in Thailand. 2025, Municipal, Los Angeles, Leo, and you guys are about to watch the semifinals.
This is going to be a match between Team Philippines and Team Indonesia, a match that I think a lot of y'all want to see. But I do think it's not quite time just yet, LaFell.
Yeah?
I'm just guessing there's a little bit of tension in the air.
Speculating.
Oh, yeah.
Assuming.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing that a lot here, but I do agree. You know what? Something that I have grown in my time here spending time with you, so I learned to trust you.
You know that thing called delayed gratification?
Yeah.
Where you just kind of hold out, and then when it finally comes, that's when it feels all the better.
I'm going to check out in case our good friend Mirko is watching this. Looks like he's not on live stream just yet. Hey, maybe he's asleep.
He's asleep. What time is it over there? It's about the same time.
Same time, 2 p.m. Sounds like about time for him to sleep, but we're going for a quick pause here, quick break, but after this, we'll really start the semifinals. See you guys then. 8 minutes. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. When you said I trust you. I was hopeful that we would start from the highest things that are out there.
Walking through all the flames, gonna get there someday. Getting closer to my dreams, even if it's just 1%. And after all the rain, I could still feel the fire in me. Watch me, I will reach 100 light. The dream is calling in the night, telling me that this is what I've needed all this time. It feels so right.
The shape, the speed, the precision.
Built with pros, made for esports.
Shifting clouds flow through gallant youth pursuit. We've been searching for days, Sora.
The shifting cloud is just ahead! Look!
cloud! That's a sandstorm!
Thunder. I hear thunder. It's here! I know it!
To return the long-lost rainbows. I believe in the clouds. To awaken the sleeping desert. I believe in the clouds.
I believe in the clouds. I believe in the clouds! Wow! Hey! Whoa!
See? There's our shifting cloud.
The shape, the speed, the precision.
Built with pros, made for esports.
Walking through all the flames, gonna get there someday. Getting closer to my dreams, even if it's just 1%. Then I turn on the rain.
Shifting clouds flow through, gallant youth pursue. We've been searching for days, Sora.
The shifting cloud is just ahead! Look!
Oh, that's no cloud! That's a sandstorm!
Thunder. I hear thunder. here! I know it!
To return the long-lost rainbow. I believe in the clouds. I believe in the clouds. To awaken the sleeping desert. I believe in the clouds.
I believe in the clouds. I believe in the clouds! Wow! Hey! Whoa!
See? There's our shifting cloud.
The shape, the speed, the precision.
Built with pros, made for esports.
Shifting clouds flow through gallant youth pursue. We've been searching for days, Sora.
The shifting cloud is just ahead! Look!
Oh, that's no cloud. That's a sandstorm.
Thunder. I hear thunder. It's here! I know it! I believe in the clouds. I believe in the clouds! Whoa! Hey! Whoa!
Shifting clouds flow through, telling you to pursue, bringing rainfall and thunder down. Flower seeds sprout strong, and ancient tree blocks spreading green.
See? There's our shifting cloud.
The shape, the speed, the precision.
Built with pros, made for esports.
Shifting clouds flow through, gallant youth pursue.
We've been searching for days, Sora.
The shifting cloud is just ahead! Look!
Oh, that's no cloud. That's a sandstorm.
Thunder. I hear thunder. It's here! I know it!
I believe in the clouds.
I believe in the clouds. I believe in the clouds!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and this is going to be the semifinals between Philippines going up against Indonesia. Gotta say, good song.
Really catchy.
That is the official SEA Games song. But yeah, this is going to be a best of 5 between Indonesia going up against Philippines, where winner proceeds towards the gold medal match. And unfortunately, the loser will be going to the bronze medal match. So that will be basically the final time that they can contest for a medal for their country. Again, this is the third SEA Games. Best of 5. Philippines and Indonesia, I would say, for most people, they would think that this would be the grand finals.
A lot of people were expecting that much. But there is a possibility. You mentioned this off broadcast, wherein if the cards fall the right way, and it could, again, Team of Philippines could knock Team Indonesia down to the battle for third, wherein they will once again possibly face Team Myanmar if they can't beat Malaysia in the simultaneous match happening right now.
Yeah, so we'll be checking out on that as well to see how Malaysia, Myanmar is gonna look like. Which, by the way, as of right now, it's kind of mirroring what happened on the
men's side.
It is Philippines, Indonesia in the semifinals, and on the bottom side is Malaysia going up against Myanmar. So, as of right now, in terms of how the countries have been progressing, it's more or less the same. Catch the song again. Actually, can you guys is it just us, or are you guys hearing the same thing?
I hope they can, but if not, it's going to be similar to the whole in-game situation wherein we would have to tell them. But I'm sure it's played on broadcast several times already. Are we really dancing?
Hey, it's a danceable. Feel older. By the way, shout out to everyone's watching this one, because looking at the numbers, quite a lot of people are watching the SEA Games broadcast for both the men as well as the females.
For MLBB.
We're reaching 6 figures, even 7 figures in terms of viewership. So looking pretty. Which, knowing both Indonesia as well as Philippines having amazing rotation times between the teams, this is very good for both, honestly.
Our first time to be on broadcast with Team Philippines.
Yeah, haven't seen them play so far.
In for a treat.
Pretty sure other people have seen it on a different broadcast, but yeah, for me and Leo, this is going to be our first. Anyways, in this matchup, I would say Indonesia still kind of favored because they are the reigning champions. Gonna see how they're gonna fare here going up against Team Philippines, which has defeated them before.
Lafal, can we say that this is a grudge match?
Yeah, honestly.
Is that fair to say that this is a long-term rivalry between these two squads, and here today it could come to a head?
Yeah. So it looks like Team Philippines and Indonesia started the pick and bans here. Philippines first pick, as well as Indonesia is on the second. Betting out the lands as well as the eve for Team Philippines. And for Team Indonesia, betting out the Gatot as well as the Jershin, because it does look like, at least for Team Indonesia, both men as well as female teams, they really want to make sure that they're shrinking down the options in the mid trio.
You gotta attack that mid trio between Diagon. Oh no, Diagon is the EXP laner. Between Vivero, Cordova. No, wait, Alpuerto Enamoras. Wait, Cordova is playing instead of Perez.
Oh. Okay, so this is going to be quite interesting here, because if we're looking at Team Indonesia, everyone that's playing here is basically the main lineup. So we're going to see how this really changes when it comes to the pick and bans. For Team Indonesia, though, still having one or more pick left to ban out. It looks like they are banning out the Boxia. In terms of first picks, they're still the Grok. We'll see if Team Philippines is interested to get that Grok for themselves.
I think this is in the wake of Team Philippines' own Savage Empress Perez having gone through surgery She recently had surgery on her wrists. I'm not sure if it was a sporting-related injury, but we hope for a speedy recovery. Here we see instead Cordova, also known as Kla.
Kla. Indonesia, after seeing this Kimi pick, I feel like they got to take away that Grok, because if they allow Grok to go in the hands of Team Philippines, add one more Hayabusa, Yi Sun Shin alongside with a Grok over to Team Philippines, and that's going to be too strong of a mid trio for them to really face. So I really feel like they should take Grok, Yi Sun Shin, but instead they go for the Hayabusa as well as the CC. So preparing to fight against that.
Team Philippines looking to close up their draft. If the Grok goes by here, it would be interesting. I was going to say, the Hilda and the Uranus, two frontliners that could cut right through the back line. But, Lafel, the question, there is no back line for Team Indonesia just yet. What is Team Philippines looking out for? Makarambon, their coach, what is he thinking?
Yeah, that is going to be pretty interesting here. Although before that, Indonesia, they still have that opportunity to get that Grok if they ever so choose. Wonder if they will actually go for it just yet here. Really taking their time, because you also have to consider what is going to be the countermeasure in terms of dealing with the Uranus as well. I feel like the shred from DC should be enough. I did not thought this would come up though, considering what Team Philippines has shown. They pick up the Selena, which is a early game hero, sure, but I'm not so sure how she will deal against the Hilda, because Hilda is pretty easy at cleaning up all those traps. So I kind of feel like this does not really answer to Team Philippines unless they're thinking just for the Selena to deal with the Kimi.
Yeah, I think both coaches, Casius of Team Indonesia and Makarambon of Team Philippines, are thinking on different axes.
Yeah,
which is a treat. I appreciate the fact that these two coaches are keeping us on our toes, and it always leads to interesting MLBB.
In terms of the bans, there's still no jungler for Team Philippines unless this Uranus is going jungle. But so far, they're batting out the Ruby, which honestly quite an amazing pick considering the picks that they have, like the CC as well as Hayabusa. You don't want them to stop in their tracks. Team Philippines, I think at this point, ban out the Grok and ban out maybe a Cho, because I feel like the Rome is the next to go here to make sure Team Indonesia, Mother of Tanks, Vivian, is not all too comfortable. They're banning out the high loss.
Good read by Team Philippines. I like that they're both respecting each other's propensity to bring out something new. Because look, Yi Sun Shin is open, so they're still reading the next step into the Ruby ban. Because the Philippines could go for the swing Ruby, Yi Sun Shin. Is that not a strong lineup?
Very strong. You could consider banning out the Yi Sun Shin, because so far we have seen it to be, in terms of the win rates, it's not super good, but play rate definitely up there. Other than that, is there a gold laner that Team Indonesia is worried about? Something like a Lapu that could potentially go to the gold lane. I think their lineup isn't too susceptible to a Lapu though. They're gonna take out the Suyo. So again, something about the female MLBB, like I said, they're really liking the Suyo so far. The buff really helping things out for our female athletes here.
I'm not so sure if Al Puerto is much of a Suyo. I mean, she's good at Suyo, but this lineup doesn't really speak Suyo, no? Kimi, Hilda, Uranus.
Maybe it's something that they've heard in the straight vines, having a Kimi, Hilda, Suyo. Maybe they'll try to force things out.
Some
and
whispers out there, just Suyo.
Considering the fact that they only have a Selena, not really the best at protecting, kind of good at attacking, not so much on protecting here. They ban out the X-Borg. Pretty good ban considering that they do not have any form of burst so far. We got to talk about Siswanto with the 1, having quite a lot of good games on the Moscow, even losing games against Team Malaysia. They're been performing quite well.
So we're saying the gold lane isn't quite closed just yet.
Yep.
Cordova has no hero. Siswanto, also known as Shell, has no hero. Red 4 coming up for Team Indonesia. We'll find out just enough if it is a gold lane CC.
The safest would just pick up a roam like a Grok here and then still hiding where the CC is going and will give you a big advantage as to know, like, basically where it's going to go. But instead to go for the Cho, like I said, another option that Team Indonesia is looking at.
That's the mother of Cho pick, mother of tanks picks, if I've ever seen one.
Yes, there you go. Maybe a new moniker for her soon.
The mother of Chos.
The mother of Chos. That will work if she creates a YouTube channel and she dedicates like 7 videos on how to play Chos.
I mean, she has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, but like dedication to that, and all the Cho players like, hey, mother of all Chos.
Like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You know, you teach people, so then, you know, you're the mother. You're the one making sure all these Cho players are up to standard. So now for Team Philippines, 5 seconds in, what is going to be the jungler? There's still a Yusujin and a Joy. Yusujin is not that great going up against the Hayabusa. So a Nolan, talk about keeping up with a quota.
Whoa!
How is it that we're in the semifinals and we're still getting new picks?
And an Esmeralda in the gold, I'm assuming. One more. This will lock in the gold lane pick for Team Indonesia.
I feel like at this point it's okay to put the CC in gold. Against SMA, I think it's relatively fine.
I think you're winning, if anything.
Yeah, in terms of the EXP, I think something like the Alice or something, because you need some kind of front line. A Phoveus maybe, perhaps? No, not a Phoveus, because the Esmeralda is there.
Yeah, and you're kind of soft in comparison.
A carry!
Go XP lane, the CC it is.
There's a lot of shred here, the carry as well as the CC. And in comparison to our previous knockout stage, a CC is not like a Lunox where you need time and space. CC just needs to be there. She needs a war axe and she's good. So in terms of funneling here, Indonesia is comfortable of funneling onto the carry, but it does mean the Hayabusa needs a good time getting a good few kills in the early game.
Good luck doing that in the face of Vivero's Hilda. Ladies and gentlemen, one more look at the lineups. I believe for the most part this is correct. Yes, the heroes are where we think they're going.
Yep. We're going to see how Indrawati and Siswanto are going to set up with this Cho carry pickup. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first game here in the semi-finals. Team Indonesia will be going up against Team Philippines. And I got to say, for both countries, this is going to be nerve-wracking. Looking here at mid, Indrawati as well as Siswanto. It's clearing up the wave quite fast. Part of the reason why they got to pick up a Cho in case there's an early invade coming in from Team Philippines. And Arrow looks like able to hit onto Nolan. El Puerto might get taken down, having to use the regen to survive. Good engaged by Siswanto, able to get the arrow in. And again, she's not that great at defending, but she's amazing at attacking. Shen, able to get that little wanderer. There's a bit of damage onto Vivero. And now Indonesia is showing the classic, the traditional Indonesia aggression here. Indrawati and Siswanto as a Cho, as a Selena. A kill unit with a lot of kill pressure, stopping this Kimmy as well as this Hilda. In fact, Hilda taking quite a lot of damage. Not what I thought, to see a Hilda and Kimmy struggling here. But hey, here we are. El Puerto grabbing the camp down on the side, now going onto that golem. All the while, Shen is having an amazing time. Let's review these side lanes, because it looks like Siswanto is fine with that quantum charge, able to heal up, staying in lane for as long as you can. Up on top, Diagon going up against Lim is pretty, kind of like a tank-on-tank battle. Only once Lim has that war axe can she really fully commit and try to go for that kill. But Shen is there though, trying to see an opportunity. Lim is able to get that crab. That's level 4. Team Indonesia, they are okay to fight at this point. Vivero has to be careful because Lim does quite a lot of damage on this Hilda. The jumping in, Shen secures the turtle. Team Indonesia already forcing out a flicker from Vivero. Already hearing screams from the players. It's good on Team Indonesia. Right now having quite a good start. No kills so far, but the aggression coming in from Siswanto and Indrawati. Slowing down El Puerto just a little bit. The same as Vivero and Mores.
That's just the kind of start you can expect when you have a lineup that just has better map control. Because look at the side lanes, right? Esmeralda, Uranus. Now seeing it in execution, I just wanted to let it, pan out first. This is what we expected. Just a dead lane at best when you're looking at the XP lane. And then in the gold lane, if they're not ganking like this, then best believe Cordova will have to struggle. Even early against a carry like this.
Look at this. The arrow. Alberto is able to dodge it out. Indrawati having to cancel that kick. Gets away. Understand she's in dangerous waters. Shen is there to survive. Indonesia to try to set up a trap. Unable to. Team Philippines snuff it out.
Oh, that is a bottom lane gank. Cordova should be fine. Vivero has her back covered. And look at the rest of Team Philippines. This is brazen, Lafel. Look at how many members of Team Philippines are there to support her. Because again, I would feel the pressure as well. That is an Esmeralda versus carry matchup. Even at level 4, I would be afraid. This is level 5 now, 3 minutes in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Team Philippines watched the previous knockout stage, Vietnam going up against Myanmar, and they know how scary this carry can be. So I feel like Team Philippines, in a way, they're a little bit pressured. They understand in terms of win conditioning, they got to make sure that Siswanto on his carry does not get online, because we watch games where she's on the Moskov in an environment of MLBB where a Moskov really should not shine, and she's able to make it work. Carry we've seen shine, and we trust that Siswanto with a 1 can definitely do it.
If there's one thing I can say about Team Indonesia's lineup here, is it's very fight-centric. I think they really want to get a good start, and they catch the mother of Cho's. Alberto draws first blood. As I was saying, if you can't win fights, then the map really doesn't belong to you as much. So in that moment, Team Philippines caught out Team Indonesia on that MO. Turtle at half health, very low. Looks like a clean secure for Alberto.
Yeah, all the while, Shen really tried to go inside the turtle pit, but stopped. Team Philippines, Vivero there, making sure that the Hayabusa doesn't get any wave. Honestly, Cordova has to escape here because an engage. Ogi Shadow Kill used by Shen. Unable to get the Esmeralda. Siswanto has to flicker out, and now Siswanto with a 1. Looks like in trouble. Vivero is there, gets the kill. Team of Philippines forces the engage, and Team Indonesia could not respond.
All the kills going over the Team Sibol as we go into the post-laning phase. No more turret shields. Cordova closing off the exit. Hard push by Team Philippines. No trade for Indonesia.
Rare sight here. Team Indonesia is starting to lose out the early game here, already losing the turret. And Team Philippines really exploiting the weakness of having a marksman in the goal lane. Again, in this environment of MLBB.
As good as that matchup was, if you skew the numbers, it should be carry favored. But when you turn it into a team affair, then that changes things. Arrow caught here by Amores. They should be fine. Quick check on the items. 3,500 gold up on almost just barely 3,000. I can't believe it. I'll be damned. The first Nolan we've seen in a while is actually winning over the Haya.
Yeah, considering that 201 with a turtle take as well. Alberto having an amazing time. And Shen, there's no real lane except for mid that you can really get a kill with this Hayabusa. And you kind of have to hope that Vivero is nowhere near Amores to actually grab that kill. So yeah, Team Indonesia, rare sight losing out just a little bit here.
Lavelle, what is this metagame we're living in? 2025 MLBB, the tail end of the year. Fighters in the gold lane are actually better than marksmen now.
I mean, here's the thing, like, if you're at a losing matchup...
Oh, wrong angle, the kick. Diagon flickers and repositions herself, you're saying.
Yeah, good flicker coming in from Diagon. But yeah, Siswanto here, though, on the Selena, has to get away. Good at attacking, not good at defending. Looks like this turret is going to get taken down, while Alberto gets that turtle. Team Philippines, they're taking everything on the map. 6 minutes in, 3,000 goal lead, and it's not even stopping here down bot, giving all the farm over to Amores.
And Shen was sent home. So between Amores and Cordova, even Shen, and who was that? Siswanto in the middle, down there.
Yep.
Couldn't do anything, and they're pushing some more.
Yeah, that's why I was questioning Team Indonesia just a little bit, because the fix that they took not really answering to the problems Team Philippines is addressing.
But wasn't that the story of the draft anyways?
Yeah.
Both lineups were going in different directions, and we did say it was, Diagon gets a consecration, does not have a flicker, off cooldown, she goes down. As I was saying, they were both going in different directions. It seems like Indonesia may have overshot their destination.
The only way that they can look good here is off of Siswanto with his carry. The golden staff has been built. The next item, considering all these tanky lineups, I think it's fair she goes for either a Demon Hunter Sword or just to be safe against Al Puerto. Maybe even go for an early Wind of Nature. But I kind of feel like you got to risk it a bit.
Isn't that such a heavy item to build, though?
Yeah.
Because that's the only hero you're using that Wind of Nature against.
True.
If some way, somehow, Amores finds you or Cordova, she just starts dancing around that carry.
And
I mean, it'll hurt both of them, but what if Cordova builds an early Blade Armor?
Yeah, and honestly, the problem is, even if you build a Rose Gold, it's not really helping either, is it?
Nope.
Right? If Cordova gets on top of you, then that's it. So
she wants that.
Probably got to go standard, you know? Demon Hunter into Malefic Gun into Immortality. And now down bot, Vivero trying to go on to Lim. This is one of those games where you're just like, why don't more people pick up the Hilda?
Whenever I play a Hilda, I become a different person.
Yeah.
I'm capable of doing anything.
Picking up. Good step again, using that flicker to make Indrawati miss that kick.
Oh.
Flicker used just to survive. And you got to respect that because the Morris does have that Sky Piercer. And if you give the kill over and over and over and over again, Shen ain't going to like that.
Again, Team Indonesia can thank their lucky stars. Team Philippines don't have that just yet. So there are some things that Team Philippines could still hope for despite this very good start. But also, there are some things that they're just doing so well, and that is playing this very disciplined. A clean approach. Nice try here by Shen. Checking in with the quad shadow, but Lapel, Team Indonesia knows that she has no other source of escape, no mobility. Shen going for the ninja run. Shadow kill, defensively, Shen falls.
This is so uncharacteristic here. All the while, Lim, a bit desperate, trying to get as much objectives as she can. She was able to get 2 there. And that's the best that Team Indonesia could ask for in Philippines right now. 4 kills to 1, 4,000 goal lead for Team Philippines. And Indonesia, yeah, like I said, they might have overshot just a little bit, thinking that they can really win out this early game. They kind of did, I would say, the first 3 waves. But then afterwards, like the lanes, Diagon with this Uranus, Cordova with this Esmeralda, and a way that you can win a losing matchup is to not play fair. Don't make it a 1v1, make it a 1v4, and then you win it out.
And that's the story of the gold lane. And here we are now. Time travel back about 10 minutes into game number 1. A 5k gold lead. Diagon, another disposition kick. The mother of Cho's fall here. Indrawati picked off Cordova. Gonna have to trade out. She stayed underneath that tier 3 a little too long.
Yeah, but good on Amores. Actually using the traction pulse to stop the attack. Siswanto overstepped, could not execute a full combo. Unable to kill this Kimmy. Wait, hold on.
It'll get more difficult.
Didn't she already had the golden staff? Why did she buy it again?
Siswanto with the 1?
Yeah. Did she sell it for something else and then having to rebought it?
I hope not. I think at 11 minutes, that's a mistake or an action that would take so many.
I would review the VOD, but I could have sworn she already built the golden staff.
And then it just showed the building again?
Again, I could be wrong. We'll review it a little bit later.
If that's the case, Lafel, I don't think that's an economic blunder Indonesia can recover from.
Yeah.
That's literally half of the item that you wasted, bought again.
The only way it can make sense if Muntan adjusted the buy and sell so that when you sell, you get 100% of the value, but
nah,
no way that's happening.
No, the last time I checked, you only really get 100% of value in the first few seconds, and Shen tried. Team Philippines caught her out. That's a free pickoff on the Hayabusa. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know where she was going.
Again, I think all she's trying to do is just get as much farm as she can,
or stop the bleeding. Again, I think she was going to try to push out that wave.
Yeah, honestly understandable. Allow me to re-review because I hope I'm wrong. I hope I saw something else.
Me too. Knowing Shell, again, she's a veteran of what, more than half a decade now, dominating the women's scene.
What?
MLBB. She has 2.
No way. And this is not a blunder because I saw 2 golden staffs, so...
Lafel, it was neither of our assumptions. I thought it was a visual bug. You thought she sold it. Bought it back. She has 2. There has to be a...
Unless there's a double visual bug.
Or no, unless there is a reason why they do this. Remember?
Like a new meta kind of
Yeah, I
thing.
remember when people would build double Holy Crystal on Bane or
yeah,
double
yeah.
Bladed Despair on Beatrix.
All right, you know what? Give me a moment because passive don't stack,
Yeah.
but stacks stats do. So
But even if, you know,
yeah.
it's still,
better for like a Demon Hunter.
it's multiplicative. It's like, if I get 50% and I add 50%, that's not a total 100. That's a total 75.
All right, let me give we'll analyze on that just a little bit later, but for now,
We'll
Team
leave
Philippines.
it we'll put it in the back burner. We'll
Yep.
figure it out. We'll figure out what's going on. Right now, Team Philippines is about to push in the Team Indonesia's base. Lord crashing up top. There's a traction pulse. Team Indonesia spacing out their defense. The firepower from Team Philippines is palpable. A 5,500 gold lead will get you there. Inhibitor's about to fall here. Mid lane has a wave. Bottom lane has a wave. Diagon very low. Lim might get taken out here. The kick takes down Vivero. Team Philippines not going to force the issue.
So now reviewing this, in terms of price, Golden Staff is 2,000, Demon Hunter is 2,180, and Golden Staff, like for every item, it should be, unless there's some kind of bug that we don't know, there should be only one unique passive activated, so you can't use both.
Of each kind.
And this unit passive is Endless Strike. Every 2 non-crit basic attacks, it will increase by 80%, with the cap increased to 500%. And the thing is, if you're getting the stats, it's 15% attack speed, but Demon Hunter is 20% attack speed with 8% lifesteal.
So there has to be some
Interaction.
rhyme and reason to this. A method to the madness.
Honestly, even the Wind Talker has 35%. So, yeah, a lot of questions, but we'll trust the player because again, Shell is an amazing veteran that has shown time and time again that she can carry the game. And we've been talking about these players playing 10 to 12 hours a day. They might have discovered something that the rest of us just aren't privy to just yet.
We've yet to see the payoff. If anything, with them being so behind in this game and all the kills being on Shell, on MC Swanto from Team Indonesia, you can't really fault her for where she is right now. I mean, she has the only kills in the game for Team Indonesia.
Yep.
And she might actually still be building up to more.
So right now we have 5,000 gold lead here for Team Philippines. Indrawati now having to invest into the immortality. Indonesia is able to survive up until the 50 minutes of the game. So Siswanto will get to a point where she can, for lack of a better term, solo carry. Team Indonesia, they just got to support her. The Lord is up. Diagon finds Shen. Shen having to use the shadows just to get away. Looks like Team Indonesia, are they going to contest this one? Because Indrawati is there with the immortality, probably willing to extend just a little bit. I feel like if Lim is able to get onto Alpureto, maybe they'll contest it.
Oh, look at the damage from Siswanto. Diagon just taking them. Vivero repositioning. Goes to the brush, heals. Indrawati taking the pixel brush. Vivero flushes her out. River brush gets taken. Falling Star Moon takes down Siswanto. Down goes the carry. Indrawati gonna follow through next. Immortality pop. 2 free kills for Team Philippines.
Amores gets that kill. 4-0-3. So at this point, she will have around 20 to 30 stacks of that Sky Piercer. The wave clear for Indonesia is honestly abysmal. I'll give this a 2 with Selena as well as a CC. The Hayabusa helps, but I don't know by how much. Team Philippines are looking at an angle here. Good for Team Indonesia. The minion just spawned. So now Indonesia gets some room to breathe.
At least Team Philippines tried. I think the wiser choice, if you did not know any better, if you could look into the future, was to just get the Lord, which they will still be able to get. Lim in very big trouble. Lim's about to get taken down by Diagon and Cordova. The duo don't force the issue after the vengeance. Team Philippines will now jockey for position, set up for the final push.
I'm not so sure about a comeback angle here, Leo. I got to be honest, because this is not one of those drafts that you're really trying to get a comeback, because in terms of catch, it's single target, it's not AoE, and there's there's only so much that you can do if you only take down one person from Team Philippines, because every unit here, they can do a lot. Swanto able to dodge out. The Traction Pulse Lim is all alone, go up against Al Puerto. Trying to get away. Shen trying to pull the minions to the side, looking for an angle to use the Ogi Shadow Kills. Swanto now with the Wind of Nature. HP very, very low. Shen tries their very best. Amor still alive. Shen gets pulled out. The Lord is able to be taken down. Team Indonesia, they go back. They fight back. They fight Vivero. Shen so low. Indrawati as well. Oh! Almost gets one shot by Amor. Lim. No HP left. Cordova jumps forward. Daigon goes hunting for Seswanto. And the Crystal.
Check the base.
Crystal is so low. Team Philippines gets game number 1.
Huge smile on the face of Al Puerto there. It has been a while since we've been in a metagame where the Nolan is a legit hero, but Al Puerto, also known as Keishi, able to come in and weave through. Welcome home. This is a metagame she's comfortable with. Gotta be key to holding out for that final push in game 1.
Again, the reason why people used to pick up the Nolan is just the speed that you clear the jungle, giving that economical lead for your team, and really showing up here, especially when you have the Kimi and the Hilda. It really makes sense because you're able to have a pretty strong kill pressure in early, and gives a lot of room for the Nolan to farm up her jungle and the opponent's jungle, and then just eventually get enough items to get crucial kills.
Rafael, is this not what we talked about? In a metagame where heroes are so sustainable, life and HP is just so abundant, don't we need like a true burst hero? It's been a while since we've seen one, and that's exactly what Nolan is.
Looking at the recent buffs here, impressive buffs, because if you're able to basically get to level 15, his skill 1 and skill 2, it's only about 1 second cooldown.
Spammable.
2.5 seconds to 1 second. Extremely spammable. If you think it's hard to catch a Suyo, Nolan's there to be like, hey, you forgot about me?
Okay. I want to see the item build because I get it. Amongst damage or attack type heroes, there's very little cooldown reduction. But trying to give cooldown reduction to what? To a 2 second skill?
1 second skill?
Right?
At that point, it only affects your ult. I'm pretty sure, like,
your ult is the only thing that waits.
Like, you would push it so far, your basic attack has more cooldown.
If anything, your basic attacks become your skills.
Exactly.
I'm excited to see the item build on Al Puerto's Nolan.
And honestly,
and of course, I want to see the MVP.
Isn't that what attack speed is? Attack speed items, cooldown for your basic attack. But either way, the MVP is Amores here, 5-0-3, perfect game. Built up that Sky Piercer after 1 kill. So, hey, this is a good Sky Piercer Kimi.
That's right.
You get value.
Amores, also known as Amore of Team Philippines, showing up. 89% kill participation. Again, this makes sense, even in such a fast game, because there are kills that Al Puerto will get on her own. And there you go, a little bit of cooldown there.
Yeah, just to make sure that the basic attack is the skill, right? Endless Battle, Hunter Strike,
That's it.
the Bo, and the Bod.
The bow, I don't think the bow provides cooldown.
No.
So
just
it's
penetration. 3 items. In a way, 4, because technically the Endless Battle does give you a basic attack 2 damage. So
Yeah.
kind of like a full penetration build here for Nolan.
That's scary. Again,
I'm shivering.
in a world where heroes are so sustainable, there's so much HP on the board, I think I understand now why this was so difficult for Team Indonesia. It's because their lineup isn't even built for the current meta game.
Yeah.
It's also pretty off meta.
It's super off meta. Like, I would say the best way to describe it is it's not balanced, but not in a good way. You know how certain things are imbalanced to make it like it's unfair? This is like unfair for yourself, because not saying that it's a bad draft. It's definitely an executable draft, but the problem is the win condition is very narrow, right? You win early, that's it. And then win late, kind of. There you go.
How about we go on a quick break?
I'm okay with that. I saw we got about 3 minutes. So
Are you sure?
Do you think I'm sure? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was game number 1. Team Indonesia goes up against Team Philippines. Philippines was able to get the first point there. Knowing Team Indonesia, they'll fight back. But they'll fight back right after this break.
Shape, the speed, the precision.
Built with pros, made for esports.
Shifting clouds flow through, gallant youth pursue.
We've been searching for days, Sora.
The shifting cloud is just ahead! Look!
That's no cloud. That's a sandstorm. Run!
Thunder.
The shape, the speed, the precision.
Built with pros, made for esports.
Shifting clouds flow through, gallant youth pursue.
We've been searching for days, Sora.
The shifting cloud is just ahead! Look!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys can see, the scoreboard, it is 1-0 in the favor of Team Philippines. Welcome back. My name is Rafael. Alongside me is Leo, and this is the semifinals here in the 33rd SEA Games.
Game 1 lasted about 18 minutes, and Team Philippines re-debuted an oldie but a goodie, a hero we all missed, a hero that maybe unlike any other, I think I'll say it now, the most bursty jungler in the game, Nolan, in the hands of Alpuerto, came through. we are still on schedule, right? Like every single game so far that's on broadcast on this stream has had a new unique hero.
We even have a unique build, if you want to count that. If that is
Still-
true, we
still-
don't know. We don't know.
We barely had like 5 minutes in between games to figure this out, but folks, maybe you can chime in. Go into the comments section, try to explain to us what
Maybe there's something on YouTube that someone tested, and then
Yeah.
and we just don't know.
Elgin, Fuego, like somebody try to explain to us what's going on. Like, why would you build two golden staffs?
Like does
staves.
it like
Golden-
cancel out the
The unique passive.
the chastise pauldron or something? Again, interactions, man. Like
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does too. But Leo, if there's anything that we've learned here in SEA Games, we can be proven wrong.
Yep. Always. And
Always.
There's always something new around the corner.
And we never know if we are right or wrong.
And you got to always expect the unexpected.
There you go. It's now or tomorrow. But it's now. So, Team Philippines against Indonesia for
Never yesterday.
We'll create another tagline for that.
Yeah, no. Yesterday will never come.
Unless it did. Figure that one out, folks. Philosophers here. Not only do we love MLBB, we tickle the brain. Shout out to all the
My
teachers.
brain is not tickled.
Mine is.
It's something else.
Well, we're going to be checking out the ladies here, and the map draw is going to be Flying Clouds. Something very familiar for us here.
Yep. The first map was Expanding Rivers and Team Philippines. I don't think they even used it much. Oh, wait, no, they did. Sorry.
Philippines, yes.
yeah,
Indonesia,
flying,
not.
yeah,
really.
Flying Clouds, though,
Yeah.
this is what I'm not so sure of.
Yeah.
Because between the two teams, you'll know the answer here, LaFell. Who likes to fight?
Yeah, but the thing is,
Who likes to fight?
hey, the men's team used the Flying Clouds quite well with the Hypers and Shin. So maybe they will try something like that. But now that you know the Nolan is on the table, going for a farm-heavy jungler, you really got to be careful of. Because even if they don't go after these and Shin, just take away the farm, and that kind of makes the whole pick mute.
So Indonesia might be looking at the economy of Team Philippines to attack. So far, that's not what it looks like on the draft. Or kind of does, because if you attack the mid-trio, then that equates to less aggressive rotations, that equates to less real estate, and that equates to less golden EXP all across. Zushin, banned out by Team Philippines. Weird how Yusun Shin was not at all touched in Game 1. Or Lance.
You know what? Considering I've seen too much of it yesterday, I'm okay with it. You know, a breath of fresh air, because there's no use in Shin we get to see in Nolan. I'll take that. Right? Wouldn't you?
You know what? That's something I fancy as well.
Hey, I'll fancy that. Kimmy is open. Maybe Indonesia would consider taking that away from Amoris. Considering she dealt quite a lot of damage. She killed quite a few people. But no, they will ban out
Good read.
the Kimmy for themselves. But it does mean that they want something here first pick. I wonder if they want to go for a Lancelot first pick. Because it does feel like something that Indonesia would want. We haven't seen so far, but if any team would use it, it's Team Indonesia.
Pretty sure Shen is more than comfortable. Or just,
Yes, and Shin. She
Yeah,
has been
exactly.
using it quite a lot during
that's
group
what I'm
stage.
saying. It's just, yes, it's cheese, but it's what works. One more ban for Team Philippines before we get into picks. They banned the box, yeah. So do you use Shin now? No more Gatot. That's usually a first pickable. Or, how
The
about
Grok.
Lapu? Or Grok.
Lapu better, because the Grok we've seen the teams really not prioritizing, right? Other than that, is there something that we're missing here? I mean, there's a Fanny, but we haven't seen any Fannies at all, so
Yeah.
probably not going to be on the table here. Although, we do have to say, Shen has used the Fanny in a few tournaments against Team Philippines. Maybe not the best of ideas, considering that they might just go for a draft that eats out at your jungle, especially when they've shown that they can use the Nolan. Lapu seems fair, but they go for the Esmeralda.
I feel like this is an overshot. I feel like by first picking Esmeralda, you're
Philippines take CC?
yeah, and you're expecting the worst already.
Yeah. Unless you're hiding something, which means we might have another unique pick. I mean, who knows? Who knows?
I will not say no to that.
right?
I will not say no. Team Philippines got a 2-pick swing. Do they steal the Yisun Shinoe or do they not want to give it up just yet? Because they made it clear that their jungle choices are very, very deep. They get the Lancelot. It's been a while. We missed you, bud.
Yep. And again, the Hilda. So,
Wow.
what is going to be the answer for Team Indonesia? Because they did not ban on the Hilda. They should have an answer here. And they got to pick it up quick. One of the answers is the X-Borg. But as a first pick, you do not want to take that because it's so easily counterable. X-Borg is really more of a power pick in second. Indonesia, if they don't pick up the jungler here, might get banned out. And just an update, if I'm correct here, looks like Team Malaysia has taken game number 1 against Myanmar at roughly 11:30. It looks like it is the Joy Angela. Talk about Indonesia special.
Oh, wow.
So that's why they pick up the Esme first. Right? Just to make sure it's not counterable in that sense against the Angela.
In the same bout that was played yesterday, Team Indonesia versus Team Philippines in the semis, the one game that Team Indonesia won was with a Joy. So I get it now. Joy Angela, I get it now. That's why the Esmeralda came in first. They blocked it out. Team Philippines, they get a bit amount of burst. These ladies, Sibol, Team Philippines, right? They like burst.
And they like the true and tested, right? Lancelot, Farsa, and Hilda. Talk about a strong opening here. Farsa, we don't see a lot. Not because she's not good, but you can counter her out. But if you trust your teammates, and your teammates can protect you, it is an amazing choice. Now, we got to talk about the bans here because I'm pretty sure for Team Philippines, either pick a ban that Ruby because it can really disrupt basically every single hero that you already have. And other than
it's
that,
a solid Angela target, too.
Yeah, other than that, what was the other pick that Team Indonesia had, the men's team going up against the Philippines? It was the Phoveus. Phoveus got banned as well. Okay, so they did their homework, and they're guessing a repeat is going to happen.
Yep.
Yeah. Phoveus
Yesterday, it was Joy, Gatot Kacha, Angela, Lapu-Lapu Phoveus.
Well, Phoveus gets taken out here.
So this is a mid-Angela.
At this point, it's probably good for Philippines for them to pick up the Ruby. A lot can happen there. It can really help you out. The Harv does get banned. I wonder if they will go all in and ban on something like the Granger. So CC gets banned as well. Really shrinking down the hero pool for, a potential EXP in case this Esmeralda goes gold.
Yep.
So the ones open right now are
Lapu-Lapu,
Lapu, Arlet, Yuzong, Alice.
I would say pick up the Lapu-Lapu.
Yeah. One of the more...
Wait.
Yuzong is okay.
Yeah.
Yuzong Angela is pretty good.
I'm at the point wherein if you get the Lapu-Lapu and you fail to hit the combo because, again, you are missing one body, so that's less damage reduction for yourself, are you okay with that?
You have the Angela. So, honestly, at this point, I don't see a bad pick.
They go for this is what I'm saying. The Lapu-Lapu might even lose to the Yuzhong if they come to lane. So they pick the winning lane matchup, and they get the Yuzhong.
I don't know if Team Indonesia, they want to go for something like a Claude because we talked about this yesterday. If you have an Angela, you're only strong the first 10 minutes. Because the big problem is when you fire on the Lord, you don't have that artillery. You don't have a big burst amount of magic damage. And now the Harvey is not there as well, so there's no supplementing that. It's all on the Joy, and the Joy might get taken down because the shield is non-existent.
It's not enough.
You need a backup plan. Because, again, this is good 10 minutes in. Or, like game number 1, go all in, all full early game damage, pick up another fighter, Lapu, alongside with a Grok. There you go.
Perfect.
I'm Indonesian. Or, at least I play MLBB. 'Cause I love the game.
You get it. So Team Philippines got to answer back. They still need a gold laner.
Or another fighter. They still have the Ruby as an option. If not, Granger might still be okay.
Huh. This is a confirmed Esmeralda gold lane.
Yep.
Or you know what? It's a toss-up.
Ruby, Granger, either or. Yeah, it could be the Lapu as well, as far as we know.
Yep. So it's up to the Yuzhong. They have to switch that up.
Unless a new pick comes out. Beatrix. Not great against the Joy, though. I don't know.
So a fighter. I think it's a fighter.
Well, talk about creating suspense here, huh?
And that's it. Now or never. This pick's going to show up. What is
Bruno.
Cordova playing? Okay. I think they just want to go faster than the Angela lineup.
But here's the thing. In terms of skill, they actually do scale up quite well, right? We already saw a Savage on the Bruno before.
In the hands of Sufata of Team Laos.
So for Team Indonesia, they're kind of go all in. They double down. For Team Philippines, they have multiple ways to play with the options that they have. Lance, Farsa, Yuzong, strong early and mid. And honestly, I would say Farsa is strong late because when all else fails, you can clear the minions pretty fast. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to jump into game number 2. Indonesia going up against Team Philippines. Indonesia bringing back the Joy Angela. A strong early game here going up against Team Philippines. Going to try to test it.
If anything, Team Indonesia has clear timings, while Team Philippines, folks, this should switch up in just a bit, have more of a upward curve.
Or you won't. Just letting you know.
I don't count on it. You're right. I don't count on it.
Don't assume. Don't assume.
You're right. Just call the match.
Siswanto
Focus.
did with Cordova, trying to basically deny as much minions as she can. Probably going to let go some of the frustration, considering that she was the one on the carry before, going up against the Esmeralda. So she'd be like, how do you like that?
She'd be like,
yeah, there you go. I guess Cordova kind of likes it because she's not taking quite a lot of punishment.
yep, it'll take a while. For every 1 or 2 dances that the Esmeralda has, that's 4 balls from Cordova on average for now. How about the XP lane? That should be Diago in favor.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But again, Lim should have fought this kind of matchup quite a while. So just dodges that. And hold on, who got it? Did Shen really get it?
Shen got it.
Okay.
Shen's fine. Oh no, but Diagon finds her. Full combo. Uses the Petrify, but it's worth it. First blood for Team Philippines.
I was hesitant because I saw Shen did not get level 4. So I was like, did she really get it? She did get it. But at this point, it really doesn't matter because now it's reset. You don't have the purple or the orange. So with that one play, where's the early game? Even if the Angela goes inside the Joy, look, level 3, the turtle is about to spawn. You cannot fight the first turtle. You got to go for the second or third. This is a big delay the Team Philippines just created that now Team Indonesia, like, dude, win condition out the window in the first 2 minutes?
No more questions about it. Team Philippines, maybe faster than they ever have in game number 1, able to gain a position of control, of dominance, if I may, as they reach a 1,000 gold lead after taking that first turtle. Amores in trouble. Amores is down. The flicker from Lim to help secure.
And up top in the goal lane, it didn't look like Cordova was able to create some kind of freeze, but I think Siswanto was able to deny that because, again, as an Esmeralda, even though you're going to get attacked, it should be fine. That was a lead a bit. Indonesia was able to get a kill there, but it's more about stabilizing. It's good that you get something onto Lim because Shen is not going to be having a good time. I don't know, in terms of timing, the only way that you can really make it work is either you kill Diagon or Amores. That's the only 2 real targets.
Don't even think about Cordova just yet, which is odd because I could have sworn at least 1 rotation. Maybe this next one will go towards the gold lane, and I think that's what you need. All this focus on the EXP is, I think, slowly benefiting Diagon even more. Because that means it's so easy for her to just hit more people with the Petrify.
The only reason why I think that's not happening is just because Siswanto is positioning herself and the Bruno to make the Bruno ungankable.
Which is Swanto?
With a 1.
All right.
Because I feel like if she wants to set up this guy, you should do it like Lim. Let the minions push towards your side.
Uh-huh. That's a 2v2 down bottom. Might even be a 3v2 as Siswanto with a C jumps in. There's a fight down bottom. Black Dragon form by Diagon after spending the Petrify combo. I'd call that a win for Team Indonesia.
Honestly, it really depends. Because, like you said, Team Philippines, that's what Diagon wants. Hey, go to me, ignore the Bruno, right? Because, again, Team Indonesia, I agree with you. They could have gone for the Bruno, but I was looking at the map, and that did not look like they were their intention, because if it was, they weren't setting it up.
All right, another Hearthguard on Siswanto, this time with a 1. Jumping in, Falling Star move, Feathered Airstrike. coming through. Amores blasting Siswanto with a 1 with her sister in her. All right, that was a little...
Sister power.
Yep, that was a connection there. Turtle dance begins. Diagon has no Black Dragon form. Big tech charge. But it's Shen who falls. How did that happen? El Puerto gets caught out by Lim. Now another hard guard. Lim caught out between 3. And they back out. Now it's all on Siswanto with a 1. That's a 2-for-1 trade. Team Philippines on up.
The plan of Team Indonesia is crumbling. Siswanto with a C has to back off. And that happened because no one was there to protect Shen. Vivero charges in, stays in the face of the Joy, hits her with the axe. And then that's all she wrote. This Hilda, if she gets through again, I don't know what's going on with Team Indonesia.
Uh-oh. That is a free pick off Cordova falls. Where's the answer from Team Philippines? Lim gonna be up next. Diagon helped secure. It was all Vivero. Siswanto 2. 2-for-1 the trade. Amores with a feather air strike. Down goes Chell as well. So 3-for-1. Good trade again. Cordova the bait. And Indonesia bit down.
Team Philippines, they're making this quite fast. And we got to talk about this. If Team Philippines drops Team Indonesia,
we're 1 step away from a mirror situation to the men's division.
because yesterday the men's Team Philippines dropped Indonesia to play the bronze match, Malaysia dropping Team Myanmar to the bronze match. It would be kind of poetic, I guess, a mirror between the men's and the women's. But here's the thing, another thing that you got to equate, this is the world champions.
It depends on where you're from. If you're Indonesian, it's tragic.
Yeah, but hey, at least get bronze. But still, Indonesia, they are the world champions here, and now Malaysia was able to drop them down. Team Philippines doing the same.
Uh-oh. Here comes Shen, gets hit with a feathered air strike. Siswanto might fall down too, but Vivero backs on out of there. That's a rampart going the other way. In comes Vivero, might get punished, flickers into the brush, does not get out of there. Siswanto with a C, gets popped by El Puerto. Lim might be too late. In comes the sisters. Siswanto with a 1 coming through, falling Star Moon. Amores out of bounds. Can El Puerto, Cordova, and Amores survive this? Not for the Bruno. She's down.
Team Indonesia, they're trying their very best here. Indrawati on his rock. Gets the Blade of Hephaestus as well. Shen tries the 1v1. The Algon. If she got that kill, that could have been a good equalizer, but we were talking about Angela's power spike ends at 10 minutes. Looks like if your early game is this bad, it ends at 6. Because you saw Shen with the hard guard, no sustain at all. Immediately just drop.
LaFell, I think it's more of just Joy's soft. It's more of Joy's just very soft that she caught like 2 salvos of the feathered air strike to the face.
Either way, it's the Angela's power spike at this point, I think it's safe to say, is gone. So now it really is on the 4 other members of Team Indonesia to really help out. Looking at Lim, looking at Siswanto with a 1. Honestly, Indrawati is the one that hasn't died just yet.
The mother of tanks.
With the Blade of Hephaestus.
She has it built already?
Yes, Blade of Hephaestus, yes.
Okay, so she's lethal. She's the one I think who can really find Cordova. She can find Amores. But we're not pointing out the Filipino Diagon, or the Filipino Dragon, as I like to say. Diagon is a monster here. Diagon spacing out Indrawati. Passive on that Grak, pushing them back. Shop able to take her down. Vivero with the secure. Lim looking for a target. Shen has the hard guard on her, dancing around, but El Puerto still secures. Feathered airstrike, canceled maybe 2 salvos too soon. And Diagon pushing them all back.
And look at top lane. Lim on his Lapu-Lapu trying to run away. The flicker still on cooldown. And Vivero doesn't want to let her go. Lim gets taken down by El Puerto. Team Philippines is showing no signs of slowing down. No signs of mercy.
An immaculate juggle on the tower aggro. Vivero here surviving. How did she do that? Falling Star Moon. Dodge with a flicker. Siswanto with an M. Does not get the kill. How about in mid? Diagon versus Siswanto with a C. And Shen. Team Indonesia should make themselves scarce. But LaFell, in a lineup without a hard carry, a late game insurance policy, What do you do if you do extend to like 14, 15?
You do nothing. Just let it happen. You gotta hope for a miracle because we talk about this. Either have a plan B or go all in. You went all in. So now you just gotta deal with the consequences. And can we make an agreement here, Leo?
Okay.
No matter what the graphic says, Vivero's the MVP. This Hilda is super scary. I almost want to say her and Diagon single-handedly or two-handedly stop Indonesia from ever reaching their win condition.
I will half shake your hand on that because
There you go.
there you go. Because I think Diagon is just as legit an MVP too.
Yeah.
She
It's
owned-
between these two, this frontliners, man.
Yeah, she owned half of the map, and whenever there's a big team fight, Black Dragon form, and the decision to hit who, to try on who is such a big call. So between Vivero and Amore, Vivero and Diagon, I don't know just yet.
Big off, Diagon jumped in, forces the Purify from Siswanto with the 1. It started with Diagon going inside the jungle, getting that first blood onto Shen, making it so that she could not get level 4. And then afterwards, Vivero's like, hey, you handle her as I'll chase after her. It's all good.
Oh.
And then they just swap.
Team Indonesia looking to divide and conquer. Slow push up top, making Vivero clear that wave. And then taking care of the business down bottom is Siswanto with a C. That's one of the main strengths of an Angela. I think this is one way that Team Indonesia can actually protract this game. They can make this game last long by using that macro advantage of the Angela.
I wonder if there's a world where Siswanto with the 1 on this Esmeralda can really carry. Lim, though, jumps in, flickers forward, tries to get a kill. Might be able to onto Cordova. Actually, yes, gets a kill there, but killing spree. Al Puerto trades. Shen gets a Mars. That's going to be the first kill for this Joy. And this is what Team Indonesia can do. They can try to delay. Diagon, though, looks at this point, seems to be unkillable.
Diagon does not have the Petrify off of cooldown. That's why her initiation looks kind of half-baked. She dodges the tech charge. Close call there. Team Philippines have to recover. They may have bitten off more than they could chew.
But they do have that late game, though. Even though Bruno is not having such an amazing game, 0-3 and 5. But we saw, 2 days ago? Once full item, doesn't matter how bad the first 18 minutes in. Savage will come through. Indrawati, all alone, finds Rivero and Diagon, gets taken down. Oh no, able to escape so far. Hard guard committed as well. Al Puerto gets a mega kill. Siswanto has to get away. That's what we to see. Shen, not enough damage to deal with Al Puerto. Cordova, though, gets taken down again by Siswanto with a 1.
Oh, Al Puerto in the other side of the map. The back line of Team Indonesia finds Siswanto with a C. And now Diagon and Amores holding the front line here, keeping this tier 1 healthy. Shen and Siswanto with a 1. What do they call here? Do they stay or do they go? Diagon with the furious dive out. It looks like it's equalized. Did Vivero do this? The answer is no. Shen,
yet.
the flicker forward, 1v1. Hilda takes down the Joy.
And this is why I put her name there, man. The Joy couldn't do anything. Like, at this point, Vivero is 1v1ing anyone she finds.
Give it to Mirai. It's
Lim.
her.
Lim jumps in, tries to get it onto Amores.
It's her.
But Diagon wants to challenge that as well for the MVP performance.
Lim.
Chase after Siswanto with a C. And now this Angela is going to survive against the Filipino Dragon.
Diagon making the more disciplined call, instead turns around, makes a U-turn, and helps her team secure the Lord. Goes ahead and takes care of this wave down bottom. Lord will be spawning at 13:45.
Diagon is handling the bottom wave. Looks like up top, Team Indonesia is able to get a turret, able to extend so far. I think we got to look at the builds here because someone's kind of got a hard carry. I don't think it's Shen because at this point she's always gonna get chased down by Vivero, so it's not reliable. It's probably either Siswanto or Lim.
Siswanto with it at 1.
Thank you very much. Yeah. It's gotten quite natural for us to say Siswanto with a 1 in C.
That's right. Diagon coming in, 3v1, forcing a hard guard. The Filipino Dragon falls. The shutdown by Shen. What was the play here all along? Al Puerto taking to the orange buff. Shen, does she know? Yes, she does. A little bit of a room for Team Indonesia to breathe.
with all that's going on, the fact that Shen still hits level 15 at 14 minutes makes it so that it's actually comebackable. If somehow Shen is able to avoid Vivero, hold on, flicker forward and gets Cordova. Cordova uses the Purify, not a flicker once caught by the Grok. That was a big engage coming in from Team Indonesia by Indrawati.
2 free kills going over to Team Indonesia in quick succession. I wonder if they're going to be able to take advantage of this because there's a Lord spawning in about a minute and a half, lower quarter. All this while, I think the comms for Team Philippines is watching the rotations is just protect the map. We can die, but don't give Team Indonesia the map.
But at the same time, as good as confidence is, you cannot overextend because I kind of feel like Diagon maybe feels like maybe at this point can 1v3, which I don't blame her. She's having an amazing game, and she actually might. Cordova is I would say a rude awakening, be like, oh yeah, I'm using the Purify, not the Flicker. And the problem is, if you get caught by the Earthen Rampant and you've already used your sliding tackle, there's no way for you to dodge. And you're kind of the main win condition here for Team Philippines. Either way, still, Philippines is in control of the map. Now goes on to Siswanto with a 1, forces out the Purify. And now with the Fedor S-Strike, tries to get a kill, Lim tries to chase. And now both BXP laners has switched it up. Black Dragon form as well as the Bravest Fighter. Does Team Philippines wants to engage? Diagon says yes. Looks like Team Indonesia is able to dodge that.
LaFell, I think I know the answer to the question is who's going to hard carry. It looks like it's Siswanto with a 1. Shell might have to do this the hard way, and luckily, the only hero that she cannot dance around is the Bruno. And often the Bruno is the first to go because that's when Shen comes in. So Shen take care of the Bruno. Everyone else just help get Siswanto in front of Team Philippines. That seems to be the play.
So all this while, Siswanto with the 1. Cracks her knuckles. Cracks her shoulder and neck as well. And be like, got these ladies.
And the lower back.
And the lower back as well.
Because she's going to carry.
There you go. Siswanto with the 1. 2 to win 3. But again, it's all about the impact. Getting onto that Bruno. Heck, if you're able to get onto the Bruno as well as the Farsa, then that's great. The 1 for 2 deal. Buy 1 free 1. Or, yeah.
Buy 1, get 1.
Buy 1, get 1. Yeah, it's not really free. You got to work for it.
Yep. Team Philippines, they have to find a way to give Cordova the space. She's died 5 times already in game number 2. And truth be told, that's not looking good. Very little impact we felt from this Bruno. But believe it or not, as long as you have a decent amount of farm, she could really be that damage source that Team Philippines has been lacking all 17 minutes long.
All she needs is 6 items.
Well, even at 5, she would hurt, and I'm pretty sure she's approaching that point. Or, hell, is she already?
Yeah, she's probably there already. At 17 minutes, I would assume, again, we had wrong assumptions all week long, but I would assume she already has the full build here. It's actually impressive that Team Indonesia, with a very all-in draft like this, is able to sustain this long. Better S-Strike use. Shen gets targeted by Vivero. Vivero's going to let Shen go for now. But you can see how dangerous this Hilda is. Even at the late game, which a lot says not all that great, El Puerto should be able to get out of here with the puncture.
Interesting how the map is being attacked by Team Philippines. All this while, there is a dance being set up. Team Philippines fighting around. Siswanto with a 1. Hearthguard being checked in on. Indrawati holding on to that flicker tech charge. Shah, energy coming in from Diagon. Team Philippines, they can take their time here. As long as Cordova hasn't been attacked just yet or dived in on, no fight should begin.
But can't take that long because look at the Angela. Siswanto with a C. Just keep pushing up. It looks like Alpuerto will probably go towards the lane trying to protect that one. If Indonesia is able to play around with this, you know, make it so that Alpuerto is nowhere near the Lord and then they try to force it out. Sounds like an okay idea, but they don't really burst the Lord that fast. If they had a Lunox, maybe.
Yep, or like a traditional marksman.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. So Indonesia still sticking to their guns, have to win a fight. Alpuerto able to move on up from top to bottom, lane to Lord Pit to be able to get that split push ready. The long lane is a key vital part of any Lord. So that's a Black Dragon form defensively used.
Shen gets a lot of damage. And now, Diego is still fighting back. Shen may have done too much. Diego gets the kill. Team Indonesia didn't want to dive in onto Amores. Siswanto to see gets a double kill on top of Lim. Lim has to get out of there. Diego is here. Al Puerto wants Lim. Lim is there for the taking. And monster kill for this Lancelot. All the while, Siswanto tries to escape. Indrawati saving Siswanto with a C. Al Puerto. Vivero. Diagon wants to get a kill here. Siswanto now with the help of Angela. Vivero looks like the Immortality might get taken down here.
Immortality gets popped. The sisters are at it. They have to split up. In comes the Black Dragon form. All this while, Alberto was pushing. Siswanto, with a C, is all on her own. Vivero and Diagon are going hunting. All she's hoping for is a heart guard. She's not going to make it. She gets the winner crown, cancels the ult, and she gets popped eventually.
I mean, again, there's not much that you can do there as an Angela. Unless somehow you got like 3 dashes. Not really going to happen. Siswanto with a 1, doing her very best to basically fight all 5 members of Team Philippines. Now Shen tries to fight Vivero gets the shutdown. Amores with the Fed airstrike. Diagon is chasing after Shen. Siswanto, can you do something here? It looks like no. Lim dives in, tries to get onto Cordova. Cordova tries to get away. Godlike for Al Puerto. Siswanto gets a kill onto that Bruno.
Shell gets away. Woo! Still, no breathing room for this Bruno, but Diagon doing God's work, pushing that tier 3 down bottom. Indrawati, the mother tanks, has to do this herself. Feathered airstrike might take down Indrawati. Al Puerto on her 8th kill takes down the inhibitor as well.
If you get anything from this game, you know that Siswanto with a 1 can really carry a game. Black Dragon form used. And now, even with the Heart Guard on top of this, Esmeralda trying to 1v4. 3 members of Philippines, including the Lord. Gets Siswanto with a 1, taking away too much damage. And now, even using the Witcher Crown, Team of Philippines gets match points.
They can fight, they can't dance, but they cannot clear the waves. Just like that, Team Philippines 1 game away from moving on to the gold medal match.
I gotta say, Leo, I believe we're not the minority here for saying this is not what we expected. Team Indonesia going up against Philippines. This is a strong matchup between 2 amazing teams. And Team Indonesia, they showed an amazing game number 2, but we expected dominance considering the fact that in group stage, they basically end every single match sub 11 minutes, sub 10 minutes.
But there are holes in their game, and I think that is what Team Philippines did well to prepare for. Again, this is a grudge match. Team Philippines, in the last World Championships for MLBB Women's, they did not perform very well. But look what they did. They got the gold laner from the other team in that tournament and said, we'll get him next time. Today is the next time. And that's now 1 game away from dropping possibly the biggest threat to them in running for that gold medal.
I gotta say, this is something that has been criticized by honestly quite a lot of people.
That is,
for Team Indonesia, they draft very dangerously. And they usually get away with it because, you know, they're amazing.
they're just better.
They keep on winning, so who are we to argue, right?
But,
Now going up against Team Philippines, this is where the holes are really apparent.
yep.
You go all in for this
We're
one.
reminded how dangerous it is to draft this way.
Exactly. It's not that the draft cannot work. It's just that when you only have 1 win condition, and the win condition is very small, once you miss that window, you're kind of just waiting for your opponents to make a mistake.
But to be fair, they had a backup. An MC Swanto in the back pocket with a 1 that was just way too... You know how bad it was for Team Indonesia, just to put it into context? It's as if Cordova did not exist. It's as if the Bruno was never there for massive team fights. And still, Indonesia could not make it work.
As strong as Siswanto with the 1 is, there's always that limit where you 2v5 at that point.
Yep. Lefel, before the highlights end elapsing here, I have a question for you. Who's the MVP? I think I have another candidate now.
You want to go for Al Puerto?
Yes.
I think I would still stick to Vivero because
Or
this game,
Diagon.
because this game was really set up by Diagon
Oh
and
yeah.
Vivero.
Oh yeah. Vivero had so many moments.
Al Puerto is good, but
Yeah.
she's doing her job. I
Yeah.
feel like Diagon and Vivero is doing their job and making
More.
Team Indonesia
Yeah.
miserable.
To be fair, I think I want to say tainted, but I'm influenced more by the fact that Al Puerto did not get an MVP not in game 1
Yeah.
on her Nolan. So now I think she deserves her flowers on the Lancelot in game number 2. This is
As a roamer, I'm biased as well.
so.
I mean,
we'll
like
see.
watching a Hilda play that way, I'm like, you know what? You're making the Romans proud. That's how you do it.
So how about we meet halfway?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
about we get not Ayanami, aka Team Philippines at Diagon 619 Buyaka Buyaka. She's not even sure. She's like me. Ooh. MVP.
Okay,
ooh.
if you want to do that again, let me know so I can take off my headset.
What do you mean? I'm never gonna tell you, dude. I'm not gonna coddle you. Just like how Diagon never took it easy on Team
The
Indonesia.
MVP play was at that orange buff.
Earlier, correct.
Everything else was great. Yes.
Correct. That was a sign of her going, yeah, the gloves are off.
Yeah, but the moment she got a kill onto Shen, I feel like everyone that knows MLBB, they're like, that's over.
She means business.
Like 2 minutes in, it's like, hey, congratulations for match point.
And just as a reminder, she did that at level 2 or 3.
Level 2. Eh?
Level 3.
Level 3, yeah, level 3,
Yeah.
level 3.
So she knew at that point that it was enough.
For her to do that, she needed to win the lane first, which again, against Alapu,
You do.
you do. And then you jump in. And that's just something that Team Indonesia, they probably did not put in that equation. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Who else has done that? Out of all the opponents that they have faced, who else has won against Lim, went inside the jungle, killed Shen?
In the span of what, 20, 30 seconds?
So they're like, there's no way that's going to happen, right? And then once it happens, it's like, well, something you can't calculate for.
You know what? Save for Kla, their current gold laner here playing for Team Philippines. Diagon is their most recent acquisition. She was not the original XP laner for this squad when they were originally built. And as soon as she stepped foot on stage, as soon as I saw her play, I knew there was something magical. Whenever she gets on the mic, it's another story. She's pretty good on that too. But seeing her Yu Zhong now reminds us exactly who this star is. That's Diagon. Team Philippines at match point. Lafel, did you feel this was a 20-minute game?
Personally, for me, it felt like 16.
Yeah, I felt like 18 maybe,
Yeah.
but not past 20.
Yeah, it didn't feel, honestly, that long. It felt like you notice it's long because, you can see the Team Indonesia, they're just crumbling bit by bit. Got a few kills here and there by Lim as well as Siswanto. Shen, got some good pickoffs. But yeah, Diagon as the MVP. It's just something the Team Indonesia has to look out for. But
That's why.
can you agree with me? This Hilda has got to go. There's just no way. Unless Shen wants to use the Fredrin, there's no way you're gonna let go of this Hilda anymore.
Or Abaxia.
Or a Boxia, which probably is not gonna get through because Diagon on this Yuzong, and I do agree with you, is an amazing person. Met her just a few months ago, very charismatic, and the best you can describe her is that she's confident in herself and yet low to the ground.
She's great.
She's great. Speaking of great, a break would be great. So we're going for a break, but right now, Team Philippines, they are match point. One more win, and they will go to the gold medal match. We see you guys later.
Shape, the speed, the precision,
Built with pros, made for esports.
Shifting clouds float through, gallant youth pursue.
We've been searching for days, Sora.
The shifting cloud is just ahead! Look!
Oh, that's no cloud. That's a sandstorm.
Thunder. I hear thunder. It's here! I know it! I believe in the clouds. I believe in the clouds! Whoa! Hey! Whoa!
Shifting clouds float through, gallant youth pursue, bringing rainfall and thunder down. Flower seeds sprout strong, and ancient tree blocks spreading green.
See? There's our shifting cloud.
The shape, the speed, the precision.
Built with pros, made for esports.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And in case you guys just tuned in, the score is correct. There's no visual bug here. Philippines is 2-0 against Indonesia. And if Indonesia loses this one, this is very much unprecedented because this squad here from Indonesia, from Team Vitality, has been, lack of a better term, controlling the women's scene for a few years now. And even though, yes, Team Philippines have defeated them before in the grand finals a year back, but still, this is a development.
In the now,
Leo, by the way.
hi, Leo Lapel.
Nice to meet you guys.
We're at your service all throughout. We got a couple more days left to broadcast, but in the here and now, it hurts.
Yeah.
If you're a Team Vitality fan, if you're an Indonesian supporting your favorite team here for the SEA Games, it hurts. But in the grander scheme of things, and I'm not just saying this as a Filipino, I'm saying,
Understood.
isn't it cool to not have just a singular superpower?
Yes.
What? In the women's scene, I was about to finish my sentence, sir.
No. Just yes.
No, but still, consider this. What if we're just about to start this chapter? What if we're just about at the midpoint of this series?
At the end of 2025. Like, if,
No, I'm talking about like this legit series.
yeah, I know, but like, as this move forward, like it might be a new era, a new era going to 2026. But we did see some glimpses of the teams, preparing for the upcoming match, and we can definitely see Team Indonesia, the coach is taking charge, calming the players down. I would say the same for Team Philippines as well, because it's very easy for you to be super excited being 2-0, and it's good to be happy, it's good to be excited, but at the same time, you don't want to, feel too full of yourself.
Yep. I'm just trying to read the body language of our favorite athletes here. Team Indonesia's Shen, also known as Vival here. I rarely see her worried like this.
Yeah, I can try to see what they're saying.
The mother of Chose, aka the mother of tanks too, like their team captain, Vivian Indrawati, like she's just staring about light years away.
Yep. Trying to see what they're talking about. If they're not talking about anything, then there's nothing much for me to read. But yeah. I think they can. I think they can come back.
I don't think it's ever zero that chance that they come back. But
yeah, the worrying thing is
level of difficulty. I'm considering.
Are they going for another risk? Which is their style? Like being safe is not their style. So I see it. By the way, quick update. Looks like Malaysia currently is up 2-0 against Myanmar. So both series are ending roughly at the same time here. And one win away for Philippines, one win away for Malaysia to have a mirror here. Leo, like, what is going on in the SEA Games?
Semifinals onward, mirror.
Onward.
Because from the quarters, it's a different picture. How we got here is a different story, but where we're going might be a mirror.
But if that's the case, okay, at least doesn't matter the result. At least we can say in the current ecosystem of MLBB, the top 4 countries here in Southeast Asia is, for MLB again, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, as well as Myanmar. Like the order, up to you guys. We'll see once the whole competition finishes, but
Which makes sense.
At least top 4.
Those are
been there.
Those are the 4 countries that are constantly playing around first, second, and third historically since the birth of MLBB esports, save for one.
Yeah, there was 21?
No, 2018. No, 2017. Our gracious hosts, Thailand. They won the very first MSC.
Yeah. I was thinking of 2021 where Singapore was the top 3.
Yeah, but I'm like counting more grand finals is. So
No, I get
maybe
it.
there's a 5th country then. This is top 5.
Yeah. Anyways, right now we are waiting for the teams to get ready. And this is one of those situations I don't mind them taking their time. Because you can only imagine how nerve-wracking this can be for both teams.
The anguish.
Because I feel like even for Team Philippines, they must feel some form of nervousness because
Peril.
not all 5 members had an amazing game, right? Amor had an amazing game number 1. Game number 2, she was targeted quite a lot. Cordova was targeted quite a lot in game number 2. So they might be having this ideas like, okay, guys, chill. I know you're playing on stage, which we haven't seen so far. This is the first time we see Team Philippines playing on stage. And honestly, instantly act like it's no big deal, especially Diagon. She's like, guys, it's just more people watching. No bigs.
Yeah, no, if anything, I'm seeing the smile on El Puerto after each game. The smile on her face, the way I'm reading it, is more like, can't believe it worked. That worked. I can't believe that went the way it did.
It's like, I wasn't punished. Nice.
Cool. They caught my last ball at once. Because again, I think I would do the same. The way you said it, how why are the current world champions of women's MLBB getting whipped like this?
Yeah.
Lafel, now let's take into consideration, what if there was something to that sweep by Malaysia? And what if they didn't get lucky? What if they figured something out and now Team Philippines are just dogpiling on the fact?
Oh, that actually might be the fact. Because when Malaysia did take down Team Indonesia, it was essentially Team Indonesia's best draft.
Right.
Grok, Yisun Shin, there was a Moskov, a Jushin, Kimi, stuff. So that we'll check back on the draft. But what if that created doubts by saying we need to change things up? Speaking of, Team Indonesia is going to be the first pick here, and now Team Philippines is on the second pick. So at least for now, Indonesia, they ban out the Eve, the Baxia, as well as the Hilda. And now for Team of Philippines, banning out the Jushin, the Lunox, as well as the Lancelot. Looks like first pick for Indonesia here is going to be the Kimi. And Team Philippines, they reply with a Farsa and a Uranus.
All right, I like the change of pace here for Team Indonesia. They're investing more in the range instead of being all in your face, which was the story so far in this series. How do they close up the first phase here?
I like that ban out the Hilda. Because again, personally for me, MVP performance should be
Vivero.
should be respected, not let true. So now they're continuing to draft here with the Gatot. Kimi Gatot is incredibly strong. I wonder if they want to go for like a Granger just to have that range already, and then consider giving Shen something like a tank. But looks like they're going for the Yuzong, which honestly after that game, I understand why.
Yep, they're taking so much away from Team Philippines, truth be told. The MVP, Kimi from Amores in Game 1, Diagon's Yuzhong in Game 2, and then just, you know what? A good Indonesian hero.
The Gatot Kacha. Wait, later on. Oh wait, no,
Is
no.
Gatot Indonesian?
Yes, Gatot is Indonesian.
There you go. So, but I'm saying it in the terms of like Weedy plays a good Gatot Kacha. Christian
Yeah.
Weedy of the men's team.
For Indonesia, it's Gatot Kacha as well as the Kadida.
Yep.
Both Indonesian.
For the Burmese, it's Minsitar
Insitar. For the Philippines, it's Lapu-Lapu
and Paquito.
and Paquito. Malaysia's the Badang. Haven't seen it in a while, by the way.
I think we saw it just literally today.
Yeah, but for me, it's a while.
It's been a while. Try holding your breath since the last time you saw Badang. Don't do it.
Okay, thank you very much. I was running out of breath there. Bans here, banning out the X-Borg. Very interesting ban. Might be telling that besides the Hilda, what other pick that Team Philippines can have that really forces out? I wonder if something like a Khalid might show up. Probably not the best pairing with the Farsa. Maybe something like a Hylos or something. But either way, it's Team Indonesia at this point. Do they ban out more junglers? Because the Yusunshin as well as the Hayabusa is still up. But then maybe we'll see the Nolan. What has been shown is that Alberto has increased her hero pool.
Whoop.
And as I said, a good combination with the Farsa is going to be the Hylos. The Hylos is taken out. Next ban for Philippines.
I don't think we should worry about Alpuerto's hero pool. I think she's fine.
Oh, wait. I think I know. This X-Borg ban means that they just want to help out the CC, right? Because CC can lose against the X-Borg despite them having the Farsa.
Yep,
So just protect.
And we're kind of confirmed to have a gold lane CC anyways. They banned the Ruby. I think they sniffed the Yusun Shin from a mile away.
Or Uranus.
Jungle.
I'm just saying.
That is so un-Alpuerto. Did you see how talented she was with highly mechanically demanding heroes?
There's a lot of talented people
Who play Uranus in jungle.
I don't want it. Neither do you.
But it's not up to us.
We've been wrong.
That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. The other band here, I like the ban on Rome. I wonder if they want to go for a Cho ban as well, because that can be quite a bit annoying. Hold on, okay.
There's
Oh,
the
Grok. Yeah, there you go.
What if
Forgot the Grok.
it's Shen at the end of the day who gets compromised? Because look, Red 4, Team Philippines going first. What if they take the Yusun Shin here? Or, never mind, they take the Khalid. So is this a Yusun Shin for Shen?
So I was thinking of the Kalika. That does seem like the style of Vivero. But again, not the best combination with a Farsa in case Team Indonesia want to dive in, because with the Gato as well as the Yuzong, sometimes you want something that can hold them down to give time for the Farsa to fly away.
And so far, the only
What pick here?
the only thing that can catch the quicksand guard is the Gatot Kacha. Everything else is kind of like high demand
Yeah.
CC.
Honestly, Indonesia, Joy is a good pick here, but you know, I just don't know if Shen wants to do that again. Because it can deal with the far side of Uranus, because it is a
Houston
form of
Shin
Fred.
Lapu-Lapu. Oh!
Fred. We did talk about the Fred, and the Moskov is Siswanto with the one.
They've had it with losing the map, Lafel.
Yep.
They don't want to lose macro anymore.
But it is brave, because you're going up against the CC. CC is in a great matchup for the Fred here.
Mm-hmm.
Team Philippines, what is going to be the jungler? They
Oh!
go for the Hanzo.
All right, you know what? I wasn't ready for this.
Hey, one new hero per game. That's a quota.
And we were about to miss out if not for the kind pick on the Hanzo.
This is why I love watching women's MLBB. They never stop to surprise us. I'm surprised. Although I've seen a Hanzo last week, so I can expect certain things.
What surprised me the most about women's MLBB and something I love is how sometimes they're just more aggressive than men.
And they're more willing to take chances. Just like Team Indonesia, we definitely know they are a team with risk. And I would say out of all the drafts, this is the safest one by far.
Exactly. I was about to say, like, this is the least risky draft we've seen Team Indonesia do. Could this be the right call to try and change the course of fate and take us another game longer to see who's going to win in this best of 5, a semifinals bout in the knockout stage? Welcome to Team Philippines versus Team Indonesia at the SEA Games in 2025, game number 3.
If anything, in terms of the risk, I would say the most risky thing is this Moscow. Just because, you know, it's not an environment where marksmen really shine. And now I can see it. Siswanto, this is her favorite hero. And this might be the reason why they were worried in case a fighter goal lane is gonna appear. Because I'm pretty sure Siswanto with a 1 wants to have lane dominance here as a Moscow. But going up against a fighter, you really can't do that. We gotta look at El Puerto though. I think this really is just for that Kimi. Eventually maybe for that Moscow, but really it's because there's no real divers for Team Philippines. Kinda with Dialgon, kinda with
Hanzo.
Cordova, kinda with Vivero, but Hanzo is the safest to go all the way to the back line.
It's the realest dive. Diagon might win this. The Shaw energy keeps Lim alive. The clap back. Diagon survives just a wee bit with the passive.
I don't know about you, but I heard screaming there, trying to get extra damage with the
hootin' and the hollerin'?
Exactly. But the regen, the regen was enough.
Yep.
To make sure that Diagon, maybe she was the one screaming to get that HP.
Yeah, that was close. I mean, you have to have played so many Uranus versus Yushin matchups.
Yuzong.
Oh, sorry, Yuzhong matchups. Same.
Okay, you know what? That's the other one.
That's the other count.
That's the other one.
Yeah, you gotta count how many stacks you get. But yeah, no, to know how far you can take that duel.
Looking at Cordova, actually taking a lot of damage from Siswanto. In fact, Siswanto was able to force out that vengeance. Again, like no matter what's happening, I gotta say, Siswanto with the 1 here has proven that she can really carry the game. And I gotta say, she has to. She's on the Moscow right now. Shen here.
Whoa.
Black Dragon form used by Lim. Looking for a Morris. Looking for Diagon. Shen secures the turtle. Do they want to continue forward? Looks like maybe.
Okay.
Not.
So across different fronts, Team Philippines is getting bullied. Where do they find their winning angle? Because in the turtle, in the gold lane, or rather in the turtle, in the XP lane, not their play. In mid, they're forced to rotate so quickly. Is it here? Do they find Siswanto forcing an answer? The SOD, no one home. Siswanto gets taken out here. AOG, Indrawati, no one there.
It was unfortunate. She tried to time it, but hold on, the fight still continues. Cordova all alone. Siswanto with a C, tries to get a kill. Shen is there to catch. Cordova able to get away. The traction pulse from Siswanto with a C, unable to catch anyone.
Diagon cutting the lane against Lim. One of the few things that a Uranus can actually do better than a Yuzhong this early on. Okay, so a little bit of a win here for Team Philippines. They make up for it in the lane that they don't win out on in mid and in the top. They get the gold. They Rivera, close call.
Yep. Rivera at this point. Oh, even different shadows and colors here.
Whoa!
We love MLBB. Now with the new design sepia filter, but not all as well. Indrawati making sure that the mid stays relatively safe. And I wonder, in terms of the late game, what can El Puerto do? Because honestly, as this Hanzo, the mid game is the strongest. The late is a bit iffy. Rivera able to dodge that one out. Oh, Amor is able to get a kill onto Siswanto with a 1.
Second time around in 4 minutes. Team Philippines has a lead, Lafel, and they've been building this lead off of those singular takedowns.
This is going to be quite difficult because Team Indonesia, they really need to protect Siswanto with the 1. Because you saw earlier, Rivera was there, kind of showing her position, and Team Indonesia tried to, I don't know, maybe get a catch. But all the while, Team Philippines, Amores was just waiting inside the bush, waiting for Siswanto to use a dash, gets a kill there. Indonesia needs to protect their win condition. You know, that's all I'm asking for.
Better airstrike coming in. A few blasts onto Lim. Lim going to look for Amores. Amores taken out. That feather airstrike already. AOG to the backline. Indrawati, no one home. El Puerto gets a kill. Siswanto with a C gets taken down by Diagon. 2 free pickoffs. Indrawati and Shen backing on out of here. Shen might not survive. Turtle still standing. El Puerto secures, taking down Shen as well. Indrawati out of there. Nothing for Team Indonesia.
Trying her very best to get something. Siswanto gets some damage onto the turret, unable to take it down. SOD did not hit onto anyone. Indrawati is there, taking quite a bit of damage as this got the Kacha. But Team Philippines now controlling it back. And looks like Siswanto was able to hit Cordova. But now, look at that. El Puerto is there. Might use the Hanikage to chase after Siswanto.
Amores, check in range. Does not spot anyone close enough to force a defense. Team Philippines scores a free turret down bottom.
Blue team turret has been
Indonesia,
destroyed.
their clock is starting to run out here, Leo, because we're starting on the 5 minutes here. 5-0. Siswanto with a 1, having to use the flicker, pushing Vivero back, but Vivero even by herself dealing quite a lot of damage. Indrawati here to support. Shen there as well. This is restricting Team Indonesia quite a bit because you can tell the mid trio wants to do something else, but they're on protection duty here, and now without a turret, Hanikage from El Puerto tries to get onto Indrawati. Indrawati taking way too much damage. AOG's out of there.
Uh-oh.
Lim with the Black Dragon form, unable to contribute into the fight. Team Indonesia is basically permanently on defense here.
Team Philippines have put M. Siswanto with a 1 on notice. They're giving her the Cordova treatment. Feathered airstrike coming in. A few blasts onto Lim. Lim might not survive. In comes Cordova. Lim with about 1 HP. Pops the regen. Barely gets away.
Had to use the Petrify to stop the movement from Team Philippines from going for that chase, but too much has been used by Team Indonesia. I don't think they can contest for this turtle. And if they figure that out, good. Get something on the board for Siswanto. Get some turrets. Because this Moscow desperately needs farm. At 7 minutes of the game, she's probably at 1.5 items.
An item trap should be in order as Team Philippines goes ahead and wails away at the turtle. Final one goes over with El Puerto securing. Feathered airstrike, allowing for the minions to crash on in and help Team Philippines shrink the map even more. Top lane tier 2 goes down for Team Indonesia.
6,000 gold in here, Leo, and I already saw some blade armors being built by Team Philippines. It's going to be ultra late game at this point. Like, I don't even feel like 3 items is enough. I don't feel like 4 items is enough.
For M. Siswanto with a 1.
I feel she needs all 6 because
right.
there's too many threats. You got to think about the CC, you got to think about the Farsa, and you even have to think about El Puerto. There's just way too much. And that's not even considering Vivero is going to chase after her, because we've seen how Vivero plays on that Hilda and now on that Khalid. She clearly has a favorite playstyle. She's a second EXP leader.
With a little bit of an assassin in her.
Yeah.
So maybe kind of a jungler. Team Philippines have found a way to compromise Team Indonesia's strategy. In comes the AOG, the crash in. The rampaging Sandstorm. Vivero very low. Rivero gets taken down by Shen. Cordova follows through as well. So far, not a single response from Team Philippines. 4 fall. Team Indonesia find vengeance.
That's easily the best trade Team Indonesia could ever want. Team Philippines overstep and gets caught. The Hanakage youth trying to engage against Team Indonesia, but all the while a good traction pulse able to get multiple members of Team Philippines.
Lafel, that wasn't even a trade. That was literally Team Indonesia finding the punish and giving Team Philippines a taste of what they got. They cut that lead in half, now just barely 2,000 gold.
That's how big that swing really was. It was 0-5, now it's 4-5. And 2 kills were given over to Siswanto with a 1. So the fact that Team Indonesia was able to kind of share the kills all around, it makes the economy of Team Indonesia more balanced, and more importantly, no one really has that shutdown just yet. So even if someone gets taken down, it's not going to be punishable. Team Philippines won't earn that much back.
So now it's up to Team Indonesia to repair the situation on the map. There is still quite the work that needs to be done, especially in top and mid, where Tier 1 turrets are still standing. There still is a 3K gold lead for Team Philippines, not even 10 minutes in, so this first Lord should set the pace as to how the late game is going to be played.
Team Philippines, they're doing still quite an amazing job at zoning everyone away. Rivero permanently controlling that side of the bush. Siswanto to see having to use the traction pulse just to open up the map. The CC from Cordova.
Whoa, limb!
Deals a lot of damage on the limb. Furious dive, and now even the Black Dragon form has to be used to ensure that she stays alive. But look at down bottom. Siswanto is getting as much farm as she can from the jungle and now from the turret as well. I wonder how much else she can get.
Free push for Shell. Now the 4 remaining members of Team Indonesia. Taste the feathered airstrike. SOD onto Amores. Amores has to move on out of here. Shen gets taken down by El Puerto. Indrawati, AOG still hunting down Amores. Cordova got 2 on her. The sisters take her down. Amores goes down as well. 2 for 2. The 3 remaining members of Team Philippines very low. I'd like to think Indonesia happy with the the results of this fight.
Oh, for sure, because look at that. Even the bottom holy shields has been taken out.
Outcome.
There you go. Hey, words. I mean, there's only so many words in the dictionary, you know?
You were saying?
Siswanto doing okay against Diagon. I wonder if eventually she might consider for just a rose gold, I guess, because sometimes we see Moskov opting for a Haas Claw so that they can basically out-heal the blade armor, because you can see that blade armor does hurt the Moskov quite a bit. Even with the Demon Hunter Sword, you kind of need just a little bit more, either the Rose Gold or go even crazier with the Haas Claw.
Or how about both? Because Rose Gold's passive stacks with lifesteal.
True, true.
That'll be the ultimate sustainability play for Siswanto.
Oh, hold on, look at that. Too much damage. Diagon took too much damage from the Lord, and Lim gets onto Amores, able to get that kill as well. Indonesia, with the help of the Lord, gets Vivero. I didn't know there were 6 Indonesians on the map.
Uncharacteristic for Team Philippines to scramble and drop the ball like that. Hard punish by Team Indonesia. Say goodbye to that gold lead. Say goodbye to the Lord. Say goodbye to that bottom lane inhibitor. Team Philippines are looking at possibly a Game 3 loss.
That was so dangerous because there was no retribution on Shen. So that was really Team Indonesia just trying their very best, stopping El Puerto with the Hanekage, able to deal enough damage so the Hanekage goes back into Hanzo's body, because if not, that would have been a steal. And 100% Team Philippines would have all they need to protect the base from Team Indonesia.
But now, Team Philippines have a different problem on hand. How do they take care of the Lord, and how do they keep their turrets? Best case scenario, they take down the Lord, and they lose maybe 1 more inhibitor, because for the first time in a while, Team Indonesia are in control. Like, I can only imagine what Team Indonesia is willing to do to try and end it now.
And they're able to get this back at 12 minutes of the game. El Puerto with the Hanekage tries to get onto Siswanto with a C, having to go back. Better airstrike used to protect the base of Team Philippines. It looks like they have succeeded. Team Indonesia, they're going to be happy with getting the other free objectives on the board.
Yep. Tier 2 turret up top, still standing. Team Indonesia with a gold lead that wasn't there prior. And even then, Team Philippines found it hard to engage. Cordova looking for one. The Pinnacle Ninja Kinjutsu on Alpuerto, nothing to heal. Feathered Airstrike, defensively used. The Flicker and the Rampaging Sandstorm with a staff on the Ionic Edge. Amores coming in. Forward Flicker. What were they thinking?
I don't know. I think there was a bit of desperation there. Siswanto now having the Dimahani Sword. Diagon, Vivero, and even Cordova can't really do their jobs because they're going to get chunked down by both this Kimi as well as the Moskov. This is Indonesia hitting their power spike. This is them hitting their win condition. This is the safest draft they used so far, and they're actually looking pretty good here.
Oh, Indrawati comes in, compromise Amores. Pinnacle Ninja Kinjutsu by Alpuerto, pushing away the rest of Team Indonesia. Close call. If there was an inhibitor over there, I think Indrawati would have bit it.
Alpuerto with the Malefic Roar. And this is why I say it's an awkward time for Hanzo. Hanzo's strongest is around mid. I would say early mid. At the late, it's not that he doesn't have damage, but he's kind of squishy. Whenever he does use the Pinnacle Ninja, the Hanekage will get taken down pretty fast. So it's quite easy for you to protect your backline if everyone just engages on the Hanekage. So this is kind of an awkward late game here for Team Philippines.
Yep. Almost non-existent.
Yep.
I'll tell you now, especially in the face of a Moskov, even a Kimi. Like, if you can't kill the Kimi with the full combo to start, good luck. You have one hell of a sustainability suite, but you can only go so far as to not die. You can't naturally win. You just don't die for a long time. Look at this. Is this Vivero hunting down Siswanto?
I feel like they just want to make sure that this Moskov is where they think it is. But look at the lore here. If Siswanto with the 1 just holds them down, this lore is looking like it's going to be for free. Pinnacle Ninja, Hanekage, Lim is there to stop them out. And now trying to get onto Indrawati, AOG out of there. And all the while, Lim is after Amores on this Barca. Team Indonesia, they're controlling everything. In fact, Siswanto with the 1 is still staying down bot, so pressure all lanes.
Team Philippines have an end angle to deal with. Team Indonesia, 4,000 gold up, almost unkillable. Their frontliners in Indrawati, Lim, and Shen. And it seems like whoever they can send to the back line, Vivero, Alpuerto, they can't find MC Swanto. So now, Team Philippines have to rely on Amores. Amores has to protect herself very well. Her Feather Strike is the only thing that can clear waves.
Team Indonesia, they're going in, they're forcing out this inhibitor, they're able to get it. The Lord is down bot. 2 inhibitors down. Better Airstrike use. Hits onto Siswanto with a 1. She has to go back, find some kind of HP back. Alpuerto onto Lim. Lim tries to dive with a Furious Dive. It's able to get away. Team Philippines, they're able to, so far, protect their base. The Lord is still there, but the Lord is not hitting it. AOG hits onto Alpuerto, gets unbreakable outside the base. Siswanto now with full HP, engages onto Diagon. Team Indonesia, they're trying to shoot onto Team Philippines, but they're sharing the damage so well.
It's not over till it's over. They pop the immortality on Indrawati, but don't finish the job. Team Philippines, they fought for that defense, and the best thing that they can say thank you for is the fact that no one died. Traction Pulse answered by a Feathered Airstrike. A lot of damage dropping. Diagon very low. Lim going hunting. Indrawati falls. Alpuerto drops a lot of damage on there. SRT onto Alpuerto. Will Siswanto press it? The answer is no. Nothing gonna be forced out here. For the first time, I think Team Philippines can find Lim. Vivero with a Raging Sandstorm jumping on to the Black Dragon. The shock energy keeps herself alive. Cordova coming in, bursting down that Yu Zhong. And that's a shutdown. 2 for none. Team Philippines.
That was a huge shutdown. Now Diagon having that chastised Pauldron as well. If Siswanto engages onto this Uranus, it's going to be able to sustain just a little bit longer. Eventually, the Uranus might get taken down still, but again, every second is gonna count. Amores just need a few more seconds. Cordova needs a few more seconds. Same as Alpuerto. Q1 and 2. Team Philippines better Airstrike use, trying to get this turret. And now the Traction Pulse used defensively to make sure that Indonesia still keeps this tier 2 turret in mid.
20 seconds until the next Lord spawns. This is an evolved Lord. A quick look at the item spread.
looking at the Hanzo, it is going to be a full attack speed build for this Hanzo. In terms of the build here for Amores, looks like she just subbed one item. Maybe she wants to get for that Blood Wings next, just so that she has just a little bit more survivability, because in terms of damage, she has plenty.
For Team Indonesia, it's just a matter of juggling, especially for Siswanto. She's got the full build Moskov, and I think it's about positioning. Oh my lord, what is this? Amores and Cordova compromise Siswanto. Put her down about 1 HP. I don't think she's SODing anywhere anytime soon. Lord at a third of its health.
Oh, but she could though. She's back in base.
This is a lethal dance. Where is she gonna throw it though? If she misses, she's gonna have to walk her way there. The jump by Vivero. The flicker back. The tech coming in. Traction pulse. Lim. Use the Black Dragon form to no avail. Lim might get popped here by Cordova. Shoo! Keeps her alive.
And Indrawati is there, making sure that she's okay. Diagon flickers forward, but that's all the mobility used. All the while, the Moskov still pushing bottom. And now the members of Team Philippines are there. SOD in. Siswanto goes after El Puerto, and actually gets Amores. Siswanto now able to take the main damage dealer, and look at that. The minions are down bot. Hasclaw onto Siswanto with the 1. Wants to make sure that he can do this all day.
Siswanto, that's still a marksman. That's a Kimi. She's got some waves with her. They send Cordova to answer back. This is a fight that Team Philippines wants to take and a base that they want to defend. She takes care of the minions. Siswanto with a 1 falls.
Team Indonesia, they made the call. I wonder if they can still do this, because look at Alberto going back. Siswanto with a C. She's so close, but she has to back off. Good defense by Cordova.
Cordova had to think about how she was going to engage Lim. I wonder if this was a panic response. Yes, it was. Black Dragon form spots the Lord.
I think that's good, because that made it so that Alberto could not get it on that time, because they got to wait for Siswanto with a 1. I feel like that was worth it, but look at this. Siswanto with a C still pushing down bot. They're trying to split Team Philippines, so they failed once, but they can do it again.
They're still going for the dance, the burst. Indrawati looking to slow things down. Alpuerto gets popped. The Lord is on Indonesia's side. The jungle being taken out here is disaster for Team Philippines.
Siswanto, though, was able to hit the SOD now, trying to chase after Diagon. Indrawati all alone uses the AOG to run away. Black Dragon form chases after the Farsa. Morris having to use the flicker. And now Cordova is the target. The minions are still pushing in. Siswanto with a C flickers forward, wants to get this Farsa. Dodges away. Indrawati gets the unbreakable onto Cordova. The minions are still pushing. All members of Team Indonesia, they made sure that this best of 5 is not over yet.
We're going into game 4. Team Indonesia first on the board.
And again, of all the crazy drafts that Team Indonesia has shown, they just go back to the classic, what works, what's meta, and give Siswanto with the 1, that Moskov. But legit, I feel like one of the biggest factors in this draft is you don't let go of that Hilda, because that Hilda was too much. The Khalid was strong as well, but at least this one is more manageable.
And if I may, I think Team Philippines may have overshot with the Hanzo.
A bit, yeah. Not like.
You gotta admit, like,
there
is some utility to this assassin. There's a reason why you pick it sometimes, but
Killed by the Lord twice, essentially.
And I think it just takes too much time to set up the Pinnacle Ninja and get the Hanikage to set it up the way you want it to.
And again, it's an awkward assassin where you're not the strongest early or the strongest late, because as you saw late, very squishy, and without using the Pinnacle Ninja, you don't have a lot of mobility, right? The biggest problem is that you can dive straight onto the carry, but if the carry kills you first, then, you know, they're kind of not there.
Yep, there's a little too much that Team Philippines was trying to do, and they did not have enough time. They were ahead, yes, about what, 5,000, 6,000 gold in the mid-game, but as soon as they lost that lead, which, again, has to be studied, we have to figure out exactly what the
what happened on bot
of events were that led the Team Philippines kind of scrambling. That was very unlike them to do.
But it was good still that want to give a big shout out to Lim on this Yuzong. Big difference maker. Making sure that this Farsa was dealt with, because Farsa was a threat, a big threat. And every single time, Lim understood that it was her job. Making sure that, because look at that engage. Getting onto Amores as well as El Puerto, getting that Petrify onto 2. You love when your EXP laner is able to do her job like that.
Yeah, basically you destroy the math involved. The equations change when your XP laner plays that way. And I think that's what allowed for eventually MC Swanto with 1 to get to where they needed to be. Shen, total role player. Indrawati, role player, guardian. That's why they call her the mother of Kachaz. But
she's the mother of most of the tanks, huh?
Literally everything, I guess.
And some supports.
Yeah. But, you know, consider what Team Philippines was doing. It's so hard really to think how this lineup would have won unless they were so ahead. When it's clutch time, I think there was mistakes that Team Indonesia needed to make.
There were a few moments, though, that we saw Team Philippines could have done it. But again, this is one of those situations where you kind of wish maybe this was a Lancelot, maybe this was a Hayabusa.
Couldn't have been a Haya. Oh, wait. It could have been a Haya. Was not bad at all.
Lancelot was the first ban. Yusuchi was there as well.
It could have been the Haya.
Yusuchi wasn't bad as well. So another option. Maybe difficult to go up against a Yuzong Kimi, but still an option. Either ways, Indrawati as the MVP, 3, 2, and 9. The fact that she only died twice.
8. 3, 2, and 8.
What did I say?
3, 2, and 9.
Okay, I gave her an extra one. Again, bias sports rumors, you know?
I'll allow it.
But yeah, the fact that she only died twice. How many times you saw her with basically no HP left, able to AOG out of there? Team Indonesia, they bought some breathing room.
I think it speaks to the kind of damage profile Team Philippines has. Since
yeah.
Indrawati, even when they were so down and out, died only twice. Because, the burst would come from Amores, maybe a little bit from El Puerto, but every other kind of damage from Team Philippines is DOT.
Yeah.
Slow rolling, and you can't do that in this kind of meta, or specifically with this kind of draft against Team Indonesia.
Yeah. I think after this loss, I think Team Philippines will go back to simplifying the draft as well, because if we remember, the opening was the Kimi. So I think Team Philippines, if they wanted, they could have kept the Farsa, but instead, they go for a Yuzong instead. Because the Yuzong from Diagon, MVP performance, single-handedly stopped what Team Indonesia wanted to do. And the natural counter towards the Farsa is that Yuzong, and if they want to get a Lapu to do with the Farsa, you got a Yuzong.
It would have been 2 birds with 1 stone.
Exactly.
You would have
had
had
a dragon.
Solid attacker or predator, and then you would also protect your genius. That also was very Diagon.
Well, we're going for a break here because I believe we both understand Team Philippines and Team Indonesia, they need some rest. And when we come back, this best of 5 is not over. So we'll see you guys when the match resumes.
Shape, the speed, the precision.
Built with pros, made for esports.
Shifting clouds float through, gallant youth
We've been searching for days, Sora.
The shifting cloud is just ahead! Look!
Oh, that's no cloud. That's a sandstorm. Run!
Thunder. I hear thunder. It's here. I know it.
I believe in the clouds.
I believe in the clouds. I believe in the clouds!
The shape, the speed, the precision.
Built with pros, made for esports.
Shifting clouds float through.
Welcome back to the semifinals. Philippines against Indonesia. The score is 2-1. And it has been quite intense here, where it looks like both sides have used very dangerous drafts. And funny enough, the one that goes for the safer one, tends to win here. My name is Rafael. Alongside me is Leo at your service. And Indonesia is playing with 1 health left, while Team Philippines still has 2.
Technically, you can look at it like that, but if I was Team Philippines, I would feel worse about that whole situation, not even considering the math. Because if you make it to Game 5, if Team Indonesia wins here, momentum literally has been sucked out of you. You literally got gut punched. Oh my God. Gut punched.
Punch is okay.
Punched. Low kicked.
Yeah.
And then mounted. Like, that's how bad it looks if you make it to Game 5.
Just a quick update here. It looks like the game between Malaysia as well as Myanmar has just finished. And Team Malaysia was able to win out 3-0. So Team Malaysia will make it to the gold medal match. Congratulations to Team Malaysia. But this does mean that Team Myanmar will play later on in the bronze matchup. So kind of like the prophecy or, whatever happened yesterday was almost about to happen today, which, to be fair, yesterday Team Philippines against Indonesia did end with a 3-1 with 1 to Indonesia and a 3-0 Malaysia Myanmar. Was it 3-0 or 3-1?
That was the one that was off broadcast, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
We don't know. But either ways, Team Myanmar will have to use the time now to rest up, but at the same time, they're probably watching this matchup, Philippines going up against Indonesia, for them to have an idea of what they might be going up against.
It was 3-1. I just checked.
It was 3-1.
So results may be the same, but the scores were not.
It's slightly different.
We'll see. Again, this isn't over just yet. This could still take a turn.
It could go all 5 games for all we know, and at that point, it's anyone's game. Looks like it is going to be expanding rivers here. Again, the players from Team Philippines locked in. But if I was fans of Team Philippines, I would say all they needed to change was just the jungle pick, and then they're good. I know a few Filipinos might have
and the order of picks.
Well, they are first pick here, so a change is definitely going to be there. Indonesia banning out the Jushin for Team Philippines, banning out the Eve as well as the Lunox. So in terms of changes here, the Uranus gets banned as well. So respecting the Uranus pick from the Agon, I wonder what's going to be the first pick here for Team Philippines, because I feel like Indonesia is aiming for that Yuzong. Because even though the Atlas is okay against the Yuzong, it doesn't really stop the Yuzong. Like, I feel like Yuzong is top priority right now.
Especially if you want to keep some semblance of a backline.
Yep.
So Team Philippines got one more ban before they leave it all to Team Indonesia as to what's left on the map.
They ban out Kimi. And honestly, respectable. But this does mean
that a triple mid ban?
The prio in mid is quite big at this point. Farsa is there, but if you pick it up early, you know you're going to get chased. Other than that, what's next? Kadita, Valentina. Am I missing something here? Because I don't think so, because there's 4 already off the board.
Mid is really tight. Several times during this competitive calendar year, mid has always been kind of that weird lane that isn't as open as the others.
And then you start seeing stuff like Luyi.
Luyi used to be big. I think in 2024, Luyi was bigger.
But again, I kind of feel like it's player specific. Some are good on Luyi, some needs a lot of practice.
And teams.
So Luyi, Valentina, and then you start going a little bit weird with it.
So if you want to be safe, do you open with Lapu Lapu or CC? Or Grok?
Or Yuzong.
When was the last time we saw a Yuzong first pick?
I mean, we got to put into context.
Whoa!
Ooh, the Selena.
How about neither?
I mean, Selena is one of the other picks. You know what Indonesia should do? Yuzong Hilda.
I was going to say Hilda's more first pickable.
Well, Yuzong Hilda. Okay, because they got a Selena, you don't have to pick up the Yuzong.
Yeah.
So you can pick up Lapu or CC alongside the Hilda. You should not give Team Philippines.
Yep.
That would be, in lack of a better term, asking for it.
Instead, they pick up a Lancelot and an Esmeralda. Okay. 2 very safe picks. 2 picks that I would not fault anyone for, but does that mean Team Philippines
we got to put
fences?
context. We got to put context into this one, right?
What kind?
Like blindly in a rank great opening. But considering the fact that Vivero got your number for 2 games now. Okay, they do pick up the CC Selena. One thing to worry, their wave clear is terrible.
Unless they pick a traditional marksman.
Which at this point, the best is Granger. You know, like, the Claude and everything, but okay.
Looks like there's no Hilda. Lafel, is this a true swing of momentum? Did what happened in Game 3 change totally who Team Philippines is? Because these are...
Let me just say, I don't know why they changed.
Because they lost, but
because we've seen efficient teams like men's of Malaysia as well as Philippines. If it works, just pick it up.
And here the ladies don't.
So now the Harif gets picked up.
The last time we saw Selena here in this series, it lost. That was Indonesia Game 1.
Yeah. I'm flabbergasted. I mean, it's still a good draft. It's just not playing towards your strength. That's the reason why me and Leo are perplexed. I'm using as much English as I can.
I am miffed.
You're miffed?
By this odd swing in tempo.
I'm mystified, but off the opposite direction. It went from north
Oh,
to south.
I see. You're discombobulated.
Yes. My combobulation has gone sideways.
Oh, wow. The Hayabusa gets taken out here by Team Indonesia. Still no true jungler options here for Team Philippines. Alpuerto's Hanzo really just wasn't it. So by bearing down on the Hayabusa, and then I think Team Indonesia will ban out the Yisun Shin. Where does she go?
Nolan, but looking at Esme, looking at Harif, looking at Lance.
Harith is burstable.
True.
I'm okay with that.
True. I mean, the joy is still there, but the joy is not good against Harif
Yeah.
or Esme.
And
They banned the Kadita. So, yeah, making sure Siswanto with a C does not get to play here.
Wow, really? It's Attack Chinny. That's
Look,
the name
4.
of the game.
4.
The name of the game is Attack Chinny. Hack
What's the fifth one? The Farsa?
Siswanto. It's got to be.
Because even the Valentina doesn't have any good ults to pick up here. I mean, it doesn't make it bad because what are the options you have? Nana, Valir,
Angela.
Gale, Angela, yeah, but it could be an
Is
Angela.
that
game.
not an Angelable lineup? I think it is.
This is an Angela lineup for
It's
sure.
just you have really bad wave clear.
Imagine in Philippines. What would be better? If you ban it or you don't ban it?
What,
Because
the Angela?
yeah.
Then you end up fighting a Farsa.
Okay.
Oh, so they're willing to fight a Yisun Shin.
Haya, as well as Fred. Not to mention, they should not pick up a Farsa early, just in case if a Lapu or a Yuzong comes up. And now the Hilda does get banned out, just in case. What would be a good roamer here still? Funny enough, the Grok is still open. Kalia? Yeah, Kalia, Grok, Minotaur. We haven't seen Minotaur the entire day.
Oh, yeah. Not
Right.
in this series.
Yeah,
Nor the last.
But Minotaur against Selena is 50-50.
Yeah.
If the Selena is able to hit you with the arrow, you die. If you're there to clear the traps, you're good. So just don't get hit.
Okay, Team Indonesia able to lock in that Grok, so that's their roamer. Still no clear mage.
Yisun Shin, I guess that's like the most straightforward pick for
Yeah.
Team Philippines. And then
Yisun Shin Lapu Lapu. Yisun Shin Yuzhong. No, I don't think.
I think Yuzong might be a little bit better than the... Actually, no, the Lapu should be okay because there's quite a lot of mid-range hero.
Yep, even around the Esmeralda, the Harith, and the Grok alone. So they get a Granger and a Joy.
Yeah, we did float the Joy there.
Okay, what a swerve.
Yeah.
Diagon going to be playing the CC.
Yeah, what about the Angela, though?
We're throwing back to a early 2025 draft here for Team Philippines.
Quite a lot of aggression. I feel like the Gatot that they pick up is just to make sure that their draft isn't all in. Because if you pick up Selena, Hilda, CC, Joy, 2 all in.
We've seen a combo like this, wherein it's the arrow setting up the AOG and vice versa.
Yeah. I think you do need still just a little bit of wave clear here. Farsa, I think, is fine. You're worried about the Joy, but sometimes you just got to fight against it. Or the good old Angela, but they go for the Valentina
So it's
instead.
stealing, it's got electrifying beats.
And
Automatically unlocked.
And in case you're getting chased, you might take the AOG just to run away. And honestly, here's the thing. Cindy is a good Selena. So in this situation,
It's like
it's not a bad idea to take the Selena ult.
she's basically cosplaying
Yep.
in the Land of Dawn. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the true test of Team Philippines' capabilities to keep up momentum. They lost a very long game in the previous outing in this bout. That was a 21-minute game that they lost when they had a solid grip. And now Team Indonesia threatening to steal away their thunder. Going into game number 4 in this best of 5. This is a knockout match in the semifinals of the 2025 SEA Games here in Thailand for women's MLBB.
And I gotta say, at this point, I am very curious. Which restream would you watch for this match here? Do you go for the Indonesia restream? You go for the Philippines? I would say English, but unfortunately, this is the comments we're flooded with.
I have no idea what's going on.
I'll tell you later, but basically, it's a bot.
It's a bubba. Hey, there's thousands watching.
Yes,
I'll take that. That's a dub.
that is a dub indeed.
Given everything in consideration, that's a dub. We're doing our best. Ladies and gentlemen, we're seeing more aggressive rotations coming in from Team Philippines as they send more bodies to try and invade, while for Team Indonesia, it's literally just Shen. And I think I appreciate Shen's solo mission more because it's very efficient. Look at that. Efficient.
You know what? 8. That was pretty good.
I hate that I repeated it. I should have just let that sit.
No. It's alright. It's alright. Diagon, though, controlling the wave quite well. Vivero taking quite a bit of damage from Siswanto with the C, and this is kind of not great because going up against a Valentina, you do not want her to have a commanding position because when she has a advantage lead, she keeps hitting you, she keeps healing up, she gets a lot of serotonin.
Serotonin?
Yeah, a lot of serotonin as a Valentina. In fact, getting that kill, getting that first blood gives you a lot of melatonin as well. Hey, wait, no, that one makes you sleepy.
I mean, she did take a nap just now.
True.
Amores spends the flicker. Might have been an interesting interaction there. You saw how she tried the flicker and then kind of got stuck?
Yep.
That's why the tail end of the nuke on the Valentina still caught her. I'm not so sure how Team Philippines is going to be recovering from that.
Now, Siswanto getting that curtain call as well. He's going to try Vivero there. And Jawati with the grog. Perfect wall being put up. Limdo gets taken down by Diagon now. She does not have the vengeance, but still going to be super tanky. Shen gets taken down by Al Puerto.
Whoa!
And getting the turtle as well.
Going straight for an attempt at Grand Theft Purple. Team Indonesia, it's just Indrawati and Siswanto. Al Puerto with a successful steal using that retribution.
And leaving the baby buff there as well. Make sure that you were able to delay the buff spawn. Quite a big mistake there coming in from Shen. Taking way too much damage. But I'm guessing it's because Lim was not able to position herself well to protect her jungler. But again, that bot is still manageable. You just got to get some trades.
And we get the answer almost immediately. Team Philippines up now by about 1,000 gold. Amores, heart of a champion, recovers after such an interesting interaction in mid. Top lane. Interesting how Cordova is just barely catching up to EXP.
Yep. Now in MLBB Esports, now we got the real comment section. This is a more familiar community that we're at here.
Oh, they got thousands over there too.
Yeah. Team Philippines is up only by a few hundred, but still going out against Team Indonesia. Into context, most of the gold loss is probably on Shen. Indrawati taking a bit of damage, but as the Grok, as long as you're close to the wall, you're able to take quite a few punishments here. The next engage, though, Team Indonesia, as much as they want to get the next turtle, they got to be careful of Diagon here, especially on the CC, because she basically single-handedly destroyed Indonesia in the last exchange.
Yep, because of the kit on a CC, especially with Curtain Call, these mid-range heroes from Team Indonesia basically suffer when a CC goes full ham, bursting, at least 2 heroes for sure. Nice unbreakable catches Siswanto, able to dash on through, popping that Purify.
And that's already big because she will... Maybe she thought about joining the fight, but now without a Purify, maybe you can engage with the Zaman Force, but you cannot go all in because the chance of you getting caught is going to be tremendous. Indrawati trying to reset the turtle, able to. So at least that buys a little bit of time. Otherwise, it does look like Team Philippines, they want to try to get a catcher, trying to force out anyone from Team Indonesia to get a little bit too close.
Vivero flushing out Siswanto from that brush. Indrawati still a one-woman army holding back Team Philippines. You see Al Puerto securing her purple buff first. Shen making the most of this relative quiet before the turtle take. Diagon playing defense against Lim. What a dance.
Now the dance is spreading out just a little bit because look at this. Diagon is staying. All the while, Siswanto to see tries to get some kind of farm, same as Lim, because it's just something that you kind of have to micromanage as a Valentina. You cannot lose out on the farm. You cannot lose out on the experience. So it looks like Diagon is going to be rewarded by taking some of the mid mid-minions because she herself cannot go down.
Lim did not expect for Alpuerto to be there, popping her sprint, picking up that enchanted talisman. Now Alpuerto staying the course, defending that bottom lane. Big fight here in the turtle pit. Shen falls. Amores catches a massive arrow. Throws out a massive arrow, even with Indrawati using her tech charge. What went wrong there?
Again, like you said, it was the arrow. If the arrow didn't hit, there was a chance that Team Indonesia could have fought back. But once the Lancelot was caught, that's it. El Puerto gets the second turtle. The Swanto, though, now does have that start inside. Not going to be enough just yet, but all the while Lim trying to get as much farm as possible, gets that turret.
That's a trade. Bottom lane for top as Team Philippines finds the mirror on the other side of the map. So far, it's been a slow building lead for Team Philippines, but they've been making the right decisions. Oh, look at that burst from Diagon onto Lim. It hasn't been an easy game for Shen. Team Indonesia, they're looking for a play. Gets that conceal. Passive throws out. Vivero and Cordova is in trouble. Flickers back. Tech charge onto the wall. No one home.
Yeah, Indrawati try to go in, even using the flicker to shorten the animation, but Cordova is very, very careful with that one, able to flicker out. Team Philippines still at a commanding position, and Team Indonesia keeps on trying to get a favorable trade. As long as Lim, as well as the Swanto with the one, is able to farm up, this is still good for Team Indonesia because, again, eventually they will get to a point where they're going to be strong. The only problem is Shen, I would say, just a little bit unlucky. Keeps on getting hit by the arrows and gets punished. She might be the one to actually be calling for a timeout here because she really wants to farm.
MC Swanto looking for a place to farm. That's why she's got a army of, 3 members of Team Indonesia around her. And I think Team Philippines can expect for this to be the case for at least until the 11-minute mark. So that's farm that isn't as actively gained with these big rotations, but that's what Shen is doing right now. Shen is making the most of the response of Team Philippines to try and mirror that movement.
I wonder with the AOG, what is going to be the plan here for Siswanto with the seed? Because we've seen plenty of times, AOG in, instantly dies. And I'm pretty sure that's not what she wants, unless she's willing to make the sacrifice play for Siswanto with a 1 or Shen. Other than that, it's just really just to disengage because things go really wrong.
Lord of Spawn, lower quarter. Seems like Alpuerto and Diagon are working on it. Team Indonesia, they're cooking up a play, a response to this major objective take. Shen in the Y-brush, clearing it. Diagon with a slow pull. A flicker and tech charger is just about to be ready for Indrawati. They let it go.
I would say the damage here from the Valentina is actually quite strong. That Team Philippines does have to respect it. So it looks like Team Philippines, they're just going to allow Alpuerto to go for her purple buff. Team Indonesia, they should use this moment to re-establish their presence here around Lord. Indrawati is still controlling that bush. Indonesia, they have all spells, all ults, except for Lim. And Shen just has to be careful of Morris here. That arrow could just make sure that Indonesia lose.
Shen with that Phantom Execution forward. Amores able to play footsies between these two heroes. Cici Swanto already using that AOG she stole away. Lord still standing. No real movement except for that push up top by Lim.
Amores now having that enchanted talisman, as annoying as it is to dodge those arrows, it's gonna be much more. It almost feels like what, 3 to 4 second cooldown at this point. 1,400 gold still for Team Philippines. Indonesia and Philippines have been dancing for honestly the past 10 minutes.
And that slow built lead is slowly decreasing now. Down to about 1,000. There's a Salmon Force by Siswanto with a 1. And the Lord is still here. There's really no major movements on the map for Team Indonesia nor Team Philippines. Vivero seems to have committed. In comes Siswanto with a stolen electrifying beats. Indrawati flickers back.
Good engage coming in from Indonesia as well as Philippines. Indonesia, they don't mind considering they have low cooldowns, but same can be said about Team Philippines. all the big ults will come up relatively soon because you look at this, Siswanto with the one already has the Zaman Force online. El Puerto, just a few more minutes, and she can get that electrifying beats. The only one with the longest cooldown is the Grog on the tech charge, but that isn't even that long.
Yep, it's the flicker you're waiting for. Cordova picking up this Sea Halberd, now Diagon with the Brute Force Breastplate. Shen compromised, pushing back with a Thorn Rose. That's a 2v1, Diagon versus Siswanto and Indrawati. In comes the AOG, down goes Siswanto with a C. Indrawati trying to get away from here. Cordova taken out by Lim. 2 for 1 the trade. Indrawati falls. Lim might follow up next. Diagon juggling these heroes, running around. Shen runs out of dashes. All this while, Siswanto with a 1. Takes that tier 1 in mid.
I would say, like, 2 games ago, we were discussing whether it is going to be either Vivero or Diagon as the MVP, but this one, I would say there's no contention. Diagon is having an amazing game as a CC here. Zaman Force used from Team Indonesia, trying to protect the turret, unable to. And now Shen, the damage is not going to be enough, considering that the Revitalize has been used. Indonesia now, all 11 minutes of the game, only securing a few buffs, 1,000 gold still for Team Philippines, and securing only 2 kills. One more win for Philippines will push them to the gold medal match for tomorrow to go up against Team Malaysia. And Indonesia will want to prevent that from happening. Want to make sure that they can at least go to the gold medal match. 1,500 gold lead for Team Philippines here, and looks like Team Philippines is able to pull the Lord over to their side. Diagon on the CC has an MVP performance, same as Amores. Make sure a lot of zoning, vision, as well as stopping the Lancelot. But now Siswanto with a 1 does have that Holy Crystal. This is going to be max damage coming in for Team Indonesia. Al Puerto taking quite a bit of damage. Tech charge goes in, and the Lord still goes to Al Puerto. Able to get it through. Cordova gets taken down by Siswanto, and now Lim jumps forward. Wants to get Amores, able to get away. Vivero gets chased by Shen. Shen even expanding the ult, unable to get the kill. Indonesia loses the Lord, but able to get Cordova. Indrawati has to run away. Diagon is there on the CC, protecting Team Philippines. So far, Diagon is having an amazing game. The Cordova on this Granger, unfortunately, does not have that same experience. Team Philippines with the Lord. Will they be able to get at least an inhibitor here? Because Team Indonesia, despite losing the Lord, was able to take down Cordova in that last exchange.
It's been difficult for Cordova to find momentum in this series, but she can rely on her more experienced teammates to try and get there. Lord easily taken care of, handily by Team Indonesia. Bottom lane pushed in by Diagon. Top lane answered here. Al Puerto, slowly but surely, taking care of a wave that she will not let go of.
Yeah, for Team Indonesia here, Siswanto with a 1, and Lim is starting to get to that power spikes, looking very, very confident. Bottom wave pushing in. Team Indonesia does not look like they're too eager to protect this one. Siswanto gets hit by the AOG. Tori gets taken down, tech charge, able to get 1, but Shen is going to be the first to fall to Amores, and all the while Cordova on the back, dealing free damage. Siswanto with a 1, tries to get away, but Amores is able to get a double kill. Team of Philippines gets 3, Lim gets 4, and now Lim tries to get away. Shut down though. Looks like it was Amores that got taken down. You can hear the cheers here. Siswanto with a C as well as Lim. 2-woman army trying to protect the base of Team Indonesia.
Cordova, Al Puerto, and Diagon all at less than half health. They have to consider if this is worth it to push, because a clapback from Team Indonesia would be disastrous. They almost take down the inhibitor. Lim and Siswanto threaten and engage a stolen current call. Again, desperate times call for desperate measures. Team Indonesia back, risking life and limb to defend their inhibitors.
The game immediately shifted the moment Siswanto with the 1 got taken down. This is a hard time to be the main damage dealer of your team, because you know you win and lose based on your play. If Siswanto with the 1 is able to get kills, she's going to give it give Indonesia another room to breathe, another chance to go for the victory. Same as Cordova at this point, but I would say sure because Diagon now 3-0-5, have an amazing game as the CC. Kind of feels like Diagon here is the main damage dealer for Team Philippines.
She's the one hero from Team Philippines that can easily and reliably get there. But I'm looking at Alpuerto, I'm looking at that measly 102, but her fully built kit, her very expensive kit, should prove to be formidable. That is a lore taken here. Close call. Shen tried. Indrawati flickers back. A defensive use. Diagon looking to burst her down. An arrow barely hitting Indrawati, but Diagon finishes the job. Now Shen going to be up next. Thorn Rose has a puncture out. Team Indonesia lose the mother of tanks on the defense.
Valiant effort by Team Indonesia. We can hear the screams, the shouts from the crowds, or from the players. I can't tell at this point.
Maybe both.
22 seconds from Indrawati coming back into the land of Dawn. Team Indonesia, they gotta try to protect their base until then. And look at that, the arrow hits onto Lim. Shen taking way too much damage. Cordova takes her down. And now the Lancelot is out. The Lord is here in base. Team Philippines might have made a mistake taking way too much damage from the mid turret without the minions there. Zaman Force being expanded by Siswanto with a 1. And now Indrawati is up. Siswanto, the Valentina has to go back.
Oh no!
Team Philippines made a mistake, tanking way too much damage from mid turret. You want to get this though. AOG jumps in, Vivero with no minions there.
Down goes the inhibitor in mid. Vivero flickers, tries to move through, but will not survive. That is a 2-for-1 trade. Down goes Siswanto with a 1. Just 3 defenders left. Shen respawning in about 3 seconds. Team Philippines have to consider, is it worth it? Can we do it? Lim not getting bursted down by Diagon. A rampart by Indrawati. Diagon taking too much damage and gets shut down. Gold for Team Indonesia. Closing this gap, still a huge 6K gold lead. And the Philippines have to call it out.
Team Indonesia made a good juggle of who to receive damage from Diagon, making sure that no one really gets taken down despite the Harif, one of the earlier ones to be taken out of the fight. Team Indonesia miraculously able to hold down their fort, protecting their base. I'm pretty sure that was a moment where they ascended time where their lives just flashed right between their eyes. And then they were able to find what they needed to protect the base, but how many times can you really do that without any inhibitors left at 18 minutes of the game?
That was close, I'll tell you. There was a sequence or two that could have led the Team Philippines ending then and there, but Indonesia can thank their lucky stars. This is not the reality where that occurs. 30 seconds until the Lord spawns lower quarter. I think that's why Team Philippines are taking care of the long lane and are allowing Lim to do this. Alpuerto has done this dance. She's had her partner in Lim many times throughout this 18-minute bout. And this is interesting how Indonesia is the first to the scene actually. Diagon is trying to check range. Look at this, a jump in by Lim. Could she do it? Put down to half health. Diagon just deals too much damage. That is the current call. The AOG checks out Indrawati. Holding on the flicker and tech charge. Massive resource left for Team Indonesia.
I feel like I know what's going on. Lim try to force out as much resources as possible, because look at that, Diagon does not have the current call, still having that. Oh, hold on, Lim wants to jump back in, maybe in way too deep. Zaman Force being used. The first of all, Vivero though, the immortality is there, but Puerto gets the Harif. Cordova gets chased down by the Lancelot. Shen is there. Winter Crown being used. Cordova still gets taken down by Lim. Shen gets taken down by Amores, and now this is just an all-out brawl. Indrawati tries to get away from Diagon. Diagon is not going to let her go. Immortality used. Indrawati gets taken down.
The end is nigh. Alpuerto chasing down Siswanto. The flicker by the Valentina. Alpuerto not having any of it. What's the call? I think Team Philippines agree. They might try to end.
I don't know how Team Indonesia, they can really hold the fort here. Siswanto tries to pull the minions away, unable to. Now gets targeted. Alpuerto!
It's just Lim!
Takes it down! I don't think Lim can do it. Team Philippines will go to the gold medal match.
GG, well played. the Team Indonesia going over to qualify for the bronze medal, but we are one step closer. Nay, we have already fully mirrored, at least for the semifinals, the men's division outcome. Coach Maarambon coming in to celebrate and congratulate the ladies. Lafel, 3-1 for Team Philippines.
I gotta say, folks, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, there's gonna be a lot going on.
Reddit, Twitter,
any social media you use. I gotta say, news media will have a field day. There's so many things to talk about the SEA Games here in Thailand. And you can see here, even after the game, Vivian discussing with the team what they should have done, what different choices they could make, but that's just it. Once things are done, they're done.
You know the bittersweet part of this whole affair is the day's not over for Team Indonesia. They have to relish in this moment, right? They have to live in the now and still reset for the upcoming bout. The battle for third happening later tonight.
Again, this is just so surreal, and yeah, like you said, they got to make sure that their head is
in the right space.
Going up against Myanmar, I mean, like, to be fair, if we go back all the way to the group stage, I believe they were able to get a clean win against Myanmar before, so, but they can't have that confidence saying like, oh, we for sure are going to win, because
exactly
anything can happen as we saw today, because I'm pretty sure people did not thought Malaysia could take down Indonesia. I'm pretty sure people thought that this game would go all 5 games.
At least all 5 games.
Yeah.
With possibly a different victor, but Team Philippines clearly prepared very well against Team Indonesia, because I think a lot of folks online would agree, the win by Team Indonesia in the series felt very weird. It was a win that was afforded for by the interesting draft decision by Team Philippines, but when it comes down to execution and play, it's undeniable.
Team Philippines is much more well prepared when it comes to drafts, when it comes to how do you want to approach the fight.
Even with a new gold laner,
yeah,
you can see that in execution, in practice, there are some things to be improved on, but still they have Team Indonesia read like an open book.
This is what happens when you become the champion for so long. You got a big target on your back. Anything that can be studied will be studied. Heck, at this point, they know your favorite color and your favorite food.
They
and
know,
the things you don't like.
They know what you had for breakfast.
I mean, that might be on you because you posted it, but other than that, they know everything about you.
Mainly because they're also close friends.
That too.
Many times.
It's like, hey, you know what I have for breakfast?
Yeah, many times the majority of Team Philippines and Team Indonesia have faced off against each other and have really called each other rivals, worthy opponents. And our MVP here, twice this series, is Diagon.
And honestly, now I can't wait for the gold medal match, because Diagon has been astounding the entire series here. And for Team Malaysia as well, emerging right now, Farisha as kind of a new EXP laner here coming in from Malaysia, really showing up. People are saying her praises. So at least we can say the EXP matchup is going to be quite interesting here. But either ways, congratulations to Team Philippines as well as Team Malaysia for both making into the gold medal match tomorrow. But again, for today, in about like what, an hour time, maybe just a bit more, a bit less.
Before the night ends, we have a bronze winner.
Hopefully, Indonesia will be going up against Team Myanmar. Yeah, you got to recover from this one.
Yep.
You got one more BO5.
And if last night's final bout proved anything, Indonesia is also packing deep pockets when it comes to strats. So even if we saw the breadth of it today, even if we already saw, their pocket Moskov, their pocket Selena, I think there's more in the tank.
You know what happens when champions haven't experienced loss for a while is that they tend to have a lot of opinions. And sometimes that made it so that it's hard for you to reset, hard for you to really recover.
Hard-built beliefs.
I'm not saying they can't do it, right? We all know how strong these ladies are, but it is definitely something that we've seen before in our long years as esports commentators.
Yeah.
we know what could happen. We're not saying it will happen. It is just something that we hope they're able to hold on to their opinions for a while, relax, and eventually recover, because it's all about the country here. You got to bring back that bronze medal. But the same can be said for Team Myanmar. They will not be taking that lying down.
Team Myanmar here, the ladies, May, Coco, Fungon, Tiriko, Mon. Again, we saw them in action earlier today.
Yep.
And that already gives me an idea of what kind of match we will be seeing in our final best of 5 tonight will be. So expect a lot of fighting. Expect very good jungle head-to-head matchups.
And with that, we are going for a break. But when we return, it will be the final match of the day. It will be the bronze match between Indonesia going up against Myanmar. We'll see you guys then. Maybe that's why they got us. Or they know it's going to be the grand finals.
Wow.
Wow.
That's actually the most impressive thing about this thing.
We can't assume, right?
How long for break? I'm gonna go chase Team Philippines.